Unbelievable software. The software of yesteryear is now available today, even though it was always available, and we're going to be looking at it. It's coming right up. It's Windows 98. It's not Windows 95. It's not Windows 1, 2, or 3. It's not MS-DOS. It isn't the 10, the 7. Listen to that raunchy sax. I just can't get enough of that old operating system. Champagne rhubarb. Play Fall Guys soon. I don't know about that. Lockdown tomorrow job. Any parties in Sligo? No, but there's the party going on here. It's Windows 98 retrospective. A look back at some amazing software. It's coming right up. It's Windows 98. Did you not hear? Well, that was the tune. And now we're here. The tune has ended and it's ready to stream. The stream is ready to go and we've got a black screen on the screen. It's a terrible error. It's the worst way you would want to start off a show which you've been building up for 3 minutes with lots of shouting, lots of, power sentences, such as "this is going to be amazing. We're going to get to grips with some old technology," and also "I can't wait" was another one of them as well. But don't worry, we're going to get right into this as soon as we can fix the non-black screen error. And we're going to be hearing that once you hear that sweet startup sound of Windows 98, you are going to be blown away by the technology. Big shout out to everyone there who's tuned in already. Give Ski Free a lash. Don't know what that is, man, but I will be taking suggestions on board as to what kind of software you want to see booted up onto this little baby. But I got to tell you something. I got myself a lovely copy of something archaic. You can't download it. I tried to find it all over the internet, couldn't find it. Had to buy it on eBay for 11 quid. This was the original software that came bundled with a PC I got way back in the day, Packard Bell job, and you can't get it anywhere because it's probably just not that good enough to have. Nobody even bothered uploading a copy of it. So we're gonna have a look at it here. What it is Compton's 3D World Atlas Deluxe, everybody. 3D World Atlas Deluxe. We might just put that theme back on again, just get the mood going, because the mood has kind of gone down a little bit since we lost that tune. We'll put that back on. That's great. Love it. Already you can see someone there, Rory James Livingston, had it already. Somebody has had this. They know the software. It's not something I'm just pulling out of my arse here. This is a real world atlas. Think Google Earth. Before Google Earth was even born, before Google was even born, even though it probably was born back in this 1998. Google was born, but it wasn't the born identity. The big search engines back in the day, you were thinking Lycos. You got to think of Ask Jeeves. Okay, that was a search engine with a couple of butlers. Or one of them, sorry, just one butler called Jeeves. You asked him what you wanted, and Jeeves ran off to the server and he fetched you the answers like a butler, like a great butler. Lycos was a dog. You also had Alta Vista. These and MSN, these are the search engines that fell by the wayside. They suck. They suck. Now, in retrospect, they suck, as the Americans would say. Those search engines suck, and they're gone now. I don't even think you can search for stuff with Lycos or Ask Jeeves. Maybe you can. Lexus Next, David Garrity, how are you? McDay, Jimmy Joseph Bars. What's the story with you, man? I'm glad you're here to witness this. It's going to be an absolutely amazing night. We've got Windows 98 booted up, ready to rock. Took me 2 hours to configure it on the Windows 10 machine. Couldn't install it. Had to go around arseways installing a virtual machine. Then had to go and find all the drivers for all the software, because I tested out the software before. Didn't work. The sounds weren't coming. I only tested it insofar as I wanted to see how far I could get with the one piece before the tunes came in and the videos played. I didn't delve into it because I wanted it to be a surprise to me again after all these years, even though it's not going to be a surprise really, because I've seen it all before 20 years ago. 18 years ago, maybe 19 years ago, I'm not sure. I used to play Championship Manager 3 and Championship Manager Season 0001 or Season 9901 or 00. We might play those and continue off before the downfall of the mighty whites. Connor Clear, how are you? Lev Abramovich, is AOL still a thing, Steph? We're gonna have a look at that. AOL is on the thing as well. I think you can connect to AOL. I'm not sure. I might just keep playing that tune again because it's got great hype to it. Okay, I'm just gonna go and what am I gonna go and do? I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna stay here and we're gonna boot up Windows 98. First off, before we do boot it up, let's have a little look here at Windows 98 on YouTube just to see what we've got going on there. Because I can't really build it up as good as the people did back in the day. We could watch a couple of videos of when it was released. We can watch a video of like what it's about, and then we can delve into it ourselves. We don't want to spend too long on watching the videos, but we'll have a little look anyway. Let me have a look here now. Jimmy Jesus, thank you very much. Great tune, amazing tune. Browser, let me have a look here at this. Ballyogan Bathwater, thank you very much. And Iroquois Pliskin and Jimbo Jambo, thank you. Okay, so what we're gonna do first? Yeah, we look at the videos. We'll look at the videos of YouTube, of Windows 98 on YouTube. Really get the anticipation going here. We really want to build the anticipation and make for a good night. How is that? Yes, Circle by Juicy. We're not going to be watching that. Whatever the hell that is, it looks rubbish. Firefox. Fit to screen. Transform fit to screen. Fit to screen. Firefox. Fit to screen. There we go. No, what I'm going to do actually, I will start it up just to show you, see if it's working. And great, Windows 98. Francis Higgins is already there. It's up on the top thing when you search for Windows 98. What we'll do is we'll just take Firefox off. And we'll pause that, and I'll show you now. I'll show you the startup. Get ready for you're gonna have your mind's about to get blown. Your mind is about to get blown. So if you've got anyone, if you're of a nervous disposition, or if your mind is a bit shaky as well, if you're not in great form, you know, if you don't know where, if you weren't in a great mental space before this, then please do take care, because this is gonna make your head explode. This is Windows 98 starting up. You might not have ever seen it. A lot of you might not have even been alive then. Thank you very much for the tip, though. Jesus, Mark, formerly Sweet Beast, started reading Tis in My Ass Says Jesus, got as far as chapter 8. Had to walk away from it. Incredibly badly written, grammatical and spelling mistakes galore, words randomly added in, and missed out, and the plot is beyond mundane. Waste of time. Now, that's not my... If Jerry ever watches that, or if somebody is saying that to Jerry, that's not my words, Jerry. That's a fan of yours who's sending that in to me. To be honest, I didn't even want to read the book on stream because I didn't want to be embroiled in anything deeper as it's gone. It's already gone too far, the whole Jerry thing. Max Darwin, thanks very much for the tip. Let's have a look. It's a myth. Stand by those. Yeah, he's standing. Jimmy is standing by those words in the chat. He's not going to renege on that, and that's a man of his word. Let's start up this Windows 98 here now. I can't wait to start. I can't wait for it to just go the sound that it makes when you first start it up. I think it's going to be something else. I think it's going to be an absolute amazing thing. And where is it now? Window capture. There we go. Window capture. So I've already started it up there just because I can't. I'm going to have to restart it just so that you get the oomph. So if you've got the headphones, crank them up, because you're going to get to hear what it sounds like when you start up this bad boy. We'll go start. Click the shut down, but we will restart instead of shutting down. And here we go. Here we go. Get ready for this. Windows shutting down, VirtualBox. That's what I have to use to install it. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's there. Wow, did you hear that? That was the intro sound chime, the intro WAV file that gets played when you start up Windows 98. Yeti, get in. Oh, there she is. Grand. Wow, amazing. Boomer. Someone says class, blessed, majestic. Truly a spiritual experience. Brilliant stuff. A lot of love for that WAV. And I tell you something. You heard it once. We're gonna hear it again. Let's restart that. Come on. Come on. Lovely stuff. A load of startup stuff there I need to get rid of. I have to go into MS config to stop these bad boys from popping up. But the SciTech Display Doctor now, that was an important piece of software. Yeah, a load of people loving that in the chat there. Loving it. Ascended, someone says. Oh boy, the hills are indeed alive. The dopamine hit from the WAV. Somebody just got a dopamine hit from that. I'm feeling pretty vibed as well. I don't know what it is myself. Andy, thanks so much for that. I'm the Maze screensaver on Win98 is really confused me as a kid. So let's have a look at that. As I recall, it's like playing Doom, but you're not playing a game. You're playing some pinball. We might go into pinball dreams. We don't know yet. There's so much we can do here. The potential is limitless. You know, if you think about it in one sense, but it's quite limited if you think about it in a new sense, a new modern day sense, because it actually can't do everything that you want it to do nowadays. We're going to try and surf the web. That's another amazing thing that we haven't done yet. I'm gonna jump right into this now and see what we can do. Let's see if we can watch this stream on Windows 98. McAfee virus scan will get rid of that. Now I had to install, because if you go into Windows, we'll go into Internet Explorer. Now this is what you get, and look at this already. It's working. MSN is coming up in Windows 98. Incredible stuff. We've got Ronnie O'Sullivan is just after won the snooker, or snooker as it's known in the States. We might put that music back on again, the hype music. It's great to have a bit of hype going. So, Windows 98, weather 16 degrees in Dublin. Ronnie O'Sullivan won the 6th World Snooker Championship. The speed is incredible. I wasn't expecting this at all. I have been told not to use Internet Explorer because it could be a virus trap, and it could be easy for people to get into your system. Okay, Jamie Oliver's wife, Jules, has shared incredible throwback photo of them. Castlehaven St Finbarr's win against Cork as Kilmurray reach Clare last four. Brilliant stuff for them. An amazing time to be alive. And what's more, it's up on Windows 98. So St Finbarr's, thank you very much for the tip there, Phil G. St Finbarr's won today. But they didn't know that the news was going to be broken on Windows 98 back in time. And look at these fellas here with the ball. They didn't know that the news was going to break in Windows 98. This is mind-blowing stuff. And I know I'm telling you it's mind-blowing. You might be going, this is anything but mind-blowing. My mind is not yet blown up. Brian W says fantastic in the chat. So I mean, who's right and who's wrong here? You know what I mean? Strawberry Pancakes and Chris Shan. Thank you very much for the 220 Strawberry Pancakes. And Chris Shan also for who says Cowabunga. Let's have a little look more on this. MSN.com. Stop racism. Okay? Chris Shan, thanks very much. There was a big brunch event that went tits up in Dublin, and I believe there was a fella who was dancing around with a mohawk, dishing out spirits into people who just had their mouths open like this, and he was spiriting into their mouths, and it was like Sodom and Gomorrah, and there was no social distancing or anything like that. It was mad. It looked like fucking deadly crack. I'm not gonna lie, it looked like mad crack, and I know it was spreading disease. But can you blame people for spreading disease when all they want to do is spread happiness and crack as well? Okay, it's not their fault. Technically, it's not their fault. And I'm going to go on record as saying that. And I've just said it. So you can come at me. Please don't come at me, actually. And don't take that seriously. I do believe that you shouldn't spread stuff as well. Stay at home. Don't go into bars. And definitely don't be listening to the Killers whilst fucking spurting off spirit into people's mouths. It's embarrassing for you, it's embarrassing for the establishment, and it's embarrassing also for the fact that you were playing the Killers, you know. Arlene Foster, thank you very much. Sarah and James, thank you very much. Jimmy Jesus, don't check the stock, check the Windows 98. An amazing pun and an amazing tip as well. Thank you very much for that. The deplorable videos emerged last night from a brunch event in Dublin has sparked outrage. The baked brunch event, which took place at Berlin D2 Bar and Restaurant, Dublin's Dame Lane yesterday, kicked off at 1 p.m. and ended around 5. Footage on SocMed, which is shorthand for social media these days, showed groups of people seated at separate tables and enjoying meals at the beginning of the event. They were asked to stay in boxes which were marked by tape on the floor. However, revelers were dancing together towards the end of the event. Unbelievable news. Who'd have thought? How embarrassing for those people. We're going to have a look at the embarrassing video on Windows 98. Woo! I'm so happy about this. I can't believe we're going to look at the shit that they did. I wanted to look at this stupid video for the benefit of the stream, and not only that, I wanted to look at it and have a laugh, but now we're double trouble, guys. We're gonna get to see this on Windows 98. Could you believe it? Would you believe it? Did you ever dare to dream it? Windows 98. Berlin D2 brunch gone wild. Simon Harris not happy. Minister for Health not happy. Taoiseach Leo Varadkar very unhappy with this. Stephen Donnelly, is he ever happy about anything at all? Not happy. And you guessed it, Enfet, not happy. And that was great timing for the end of that tune as well. You must be lying to us, says Mike. And see, the prospect of what's ahead is so good and so juicy. The people just literally cannot believe what's going on. We're going to be installing Real Player. We're going to be downloading Shockwave. We're going to be installing Macromedia Flash. We've got a can or two of Guinness to go as well. If I'm not in heaven, then I don't know where the hell I am. Anaconda G, thank you very much for that. I hope you're getting on well, Anaconda G. And Delete System 32, thank you very much. Dosserbox, thanks so much for that. And everyone out there in the mainframe, leads are going up. If you're playing as Leeds, make sure you sell that Snake Harry Kuehl. Do you know what? I couldn't sell him, even though he went to Galatasaray and all that. There's something, the goal he scored against Sheffield Wednesday. Actually, all the, his best football of his career were at Leeds. Those seasons. I'd keep him, because I remember continuing as Leeds back 20 years ago in that game, and he goes on to just be an absolute star, man. 40 odd million he went for. I had to sell him because he wanted to leave the bollocks. We're gonna do it. Thanks very much, Shiju Vergaz. Windows 2077. Load up the video of Steve Ballmer and Bill Gates dancing at Windows 95. Launch on your Windows 98. Great suggestion. We're gonna do that now. First off, let's see if we can load up, if YouTube even plays an Internet Explorer here. MSN. Where's the search bar there? Okay, YouTube. When you send information to the internet, look at how antiquated this is. When you send information to the internet, it might be possible for others to see that information. Do you want to continue? ? And then you're faced with a big existential crisis as to whether or not to progress. You know that there's a whole world of information out there, but do you really want people getting inside your fucking system and seeing what you've got? I don't know. What if they get access to my Championship Manager save file? What if somebody sees my collection of customized screensavers, which I got on a compact disc from a friend in school who said, put these screensavers on your computer, they're class. There's loads of them. There's one of them where it's a fella going around with a lawnmower and he's lawn mowing like cats and stuff. And I said, that sounds terrible. That's like a video nasty. He said, don't worry, it's animation, it's fine. And I put that CD in and there was loads of that kind of stuff. Weird stuff as well. I remember there was one animated screensaver of a chimp in an electric chair. Where did he get that disc, that lad? I'm not going to reveal his full name, but his name was Sean. And he did lend me that disc. Where did he get access to that disc and who created it? We don't know. But we're going to keep going on the internet now. Let's have a look. We'll press yes. And there we have Bing. YouTube. Do you want to view this? Do you really want to view this material? It could be a nightmare. And the the page cannot be displayed. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't have it. We need another. We've got another browser. I anticipated this crack, so bear with me as we go onto a different browser in Windows 98 as we go on the hunt to find the embarrassing video which is doing the rounds of people pissed out of their heads spreading COVID like there's no tomorrow. Let's close this Microsoft Internet Explorer. It's been an absolute waste of time. We've an AOL internet free trial. That's all to play for. It's all ahead of us. Don't go away. It's going to be an absolute amazing evening. Tina Titwank, thanks so much for your kind-hearted and generous tip. An unbelievable tip and an unbelievable encouragement as well for what's about to come. Beardsman MEP, thank you very much. Branded Ireland, thank you very much. Aid, thanks so much, Aid. Windows 98, it's everything you want it to be when you need it to be. An amazing way to put that, Aid, because I don't think I could ever said it as good as that myself. So we'll boot up Opera, and the system library MSD is missing or too old. Certain transparency effects will be slow. So this is something I need to get to grips with. Possibly not drawn correctly. Obtaining the library from Windows Millennium installation and placing it in your Windows system directory will fix this. So that we, in order to get some of these images branded, thanks so much, we would have to go into the future to Windows Millennium. And the Millennium bug, remember that? Never fucking surfaced. Everyone was shitting themselves. They were saying the moon is gonna malfunction and it's gonna reset. And the tills down at Landis were gonna be fucked. Never happened. Everything turned out okay. In fact, it went better. It went swimmingly. Nothing went bad at all. As far as I know. Opera is not set as the default browser. Do you want it? No. Wikipedia. Error. A new version is available. Do you want it? No. Okay, so we go to youtube.com. Here we go. This is it. The moment you've all been waiting for. Can Windows 98 open YouTube? It's struggling. It's really struggling. There's nothing there. There's nothing there at all. It's just piles of nothing. Oh. Jeez, this is a bit of a bummer. It's trying its best. It's not working. Justice for Hazuki, thanks so much. Beardsman MEP, thanks. You can start fancy. Okay, right, thanks very much. This is very embarrassing now. This is really embarrassing. I don't even have the embarrassment alert thing to fucking play either. The music is great though. The music will keep us going. Okay, so no YouTube, okay? Windows 98 cannot handle YouTube. Remember, Windows 98, YouTube wasn't even around then. YouTube was 2006, 2005, 2006. So we're playing with fire. You need to really be, happy with what you're getting as well. I'm trying to temper the expectations here. I've been setting it up for a big showdown. But you need to watch yourselves as well, because you don't want to be getting me down as well with the fact that you're down, that we can't see the video on YouTube because we don't have access to YouTube. YouTube for Windows 98 in Google, okay. YouTube, Windows 98. YouTube on Windows 98. Okay, we'll keep it moving because you need to keep the energy up here. It's been a big failure so far. D-Bar, how are you getting on, man? Thank you very much for the fifth of the fifth. Okay, let's not get down. Delete the cache frame rate flash drive. Okay, try web archive. Fuck. A lot of info coming through here. Let's go again with the Internet Explorer and see what we can get. Let's type into the web search Berlin Dame Lane, is it? Or is it D2? Look at this! It's on RTE. Ah, no! Let's go. We'll watch a video when we can get the video going. Melinda Messenger, thanks so much. Thanks very much to Melinda Messenger. Very, very kind of you, Melinda. Okay, RT's been around since... Okay, just get on the old Windows XP. No, I'm afraid that we're going to do this. We're going to do this on Windows 98, whether or not we can or we can't. System 32, waiting to download Firefox. Need to update Internet Explorer. Let's update Opera. Let's update Opera. It was asking us to do it. Now we're gonna do it. No. File, edit, widgets, tools, widgets, bookmarks, edit, full screen. Where's the fucking update? Check for updates. A new version. Yeah, let's upgrade. Operating system, Windows. Okay, it's not gonna work for us. Okay, we're gonna have to cheat, I'm afraid. We're gonna have to cheat on this and have a look at the video on Windows 10 on Firefox. It's an absolute joke. A real kick in the teeth here. We're gonna come back to we're gonna come back to Windows 98. If you've just joined us, this is Windows 98. We're gonna have a look at some of the stuff, amazing software that you could have been using. I went on eBay and bought this piece of cack. This was before Google Earth. Before you had a Google Earth, you had this Compton's 3D World Atlas Deluxe, an amazing piece of software which gave you the world on a disc. It had information about the mountains, the sea, the country, and it was amazing stuff. It was Google before Google. And what we're gonna do here, just to get you in the mood again, we're gonna restart just so that you can hear that amazing Windows 98 startup sound. Sorry about that. Not, it really wasn't as... Sorry, that might have hurt your ears there. It really wasn't as loud as I wanted it to be there. We're going to do it one more time. This is the 4th time we've done this now, guys. The 4th time. But it doesn't get any... It always stays fresh. That's the funny thing about it. This is it. This is the startup sound for Windows 98, okay? Complete failure when loading YouTube. We can't load YouTube. But look. And then you've got the display Dr. bloatware as well. Can it run Crysis, says Macker. Look, the only Crysis it can run at the moment is the Crysis I'm fucking having, trying to get the YouTube videos loaded. But I tell you something, we're not going to dwell on that Crysis. We will look on Firefox at the Windows 98 launch. Just before we play the... we're going to save... This is going to be the big boy, okay? This is going to be the big bomb as I drop on you. Windows, the Compton's 3D World Atlas Deluxe. I had to go and find a disk drive or CD-ROM player because the computer I have doesn't even take CDs anymore. This baby had to wait 7 days for it to arrive. It was on eBay. 11 quid. Ridiculous price. Absolutely ridiculous. Unbelievable stuff. It's coming up. It's probably going to be the most exciting stream yet. And I really have to emphasize probably in that one. Sorry about your ears. Launch. Okay, Windows 98 launch. Okay, we've got a video here. It's gonna be amazing. USA, Microsoft launch. Steph98, thank you very much for the tip. And Chips, Sozzies, Cummies, Tap. Thank you very much for that. Come on, guys. Come on, we're gonna watch this video. Unbelievable. It's coming right up. It's coming right now. It's Windows 98. We're going to look at the launch video of what happened when Windows 98 got launched. And then we're going to come back to Windows 98, the operating system, and get into this. It's an amazing piece of software. €11. €11. Let's do this. Let's get this Firefox up on the screen here. Okay, that's behind. Can we get the Firefox window up in front? There we go. Great stuff. Great stuff. Maybe need to make that a little bit bigger for the... Maybe you could just double click there. That's the stuff. Okay, great stuff. Here we go. So this is the night it happened. The sale, the queue. Look at that queue. People queuing for physical media outside the web store or the software store.
All right, here we go.
Unbelievable stuff.
Here we go. T-shirt or computer? T-shirt or computer?
Wow. Midnight launch. Consumer capitalism, midnight launches. Unbelievable stuff.
You can announce my number.
Connie, thank you very much, Connie.
We've got a free computer to give away. We've got a...
Look, they were so happy. And what does it say on their shirt? We don't know what it says, but it says something. Something of something. I don't know. Of beauty. Something of
We've
beauty.
got a laser printer.
The United
33
States.
seconds and count.
And look at that fella. DJ Zest. Unbelievable Paddy Lasty chic on the fella. And that's what you want. It was the glitz, and this was the days when the real computer glitz and glamour was happening. Okay, there wasn't any need for any fakers out there. You had this lad completely ready to go, fucking full tilt poker on the launch. And Gio Heo, thank you very much, Gio Heo.
Ladies and gentlemen, 33 seconds and counting. All associates stand by. 98 is about to launch.
Wow.
Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go and cheer. Come on, Computer City.
Come on, guys. Look at those faces. Look at that man's face. Look at him. Look at him. He's ready for it. And that guy there, he's kind of just waiting on the outskirts. He's waiting to pounce as well. He's actually more, I think he's got more guile than this guy. This guy looks very sad. He's like Pagliacci. There, we can get a clearer frame on that fella, please? And also look behind him. There's a girl. There's a girl. The girl in behind him who's ready to pounce as well. And there's another man there ready. This fella, I think he could. He's weighing up what these lads are gonna do. Sorry there, I just keep stopping. I don't want to keep stopping it. It might be annoying. But let's just take that in again. This is the launch fella, the disco man. I'm so excited about Windows 98. We're going to be playing Windows. We've got Windows 98 ready to go. If you've just joined us, I can't emphasize this enough. Windows 98. Look, I'm not bullshitting you. Press and start. I've got programs, 7-zip, accessories, communications, entertainment. Do you want to be entertained? Because I've got it all here. Don't go away. It's coming right up. Compton 3D World Atlas Deluxe. I've installed it. I've the disc here. I've installed it. I have to put the disc in to play it. Sorry, I'm getting really excited here. And I just hope you're on the same buzz as me.
33 seconds and counting, ladies
Look at this.
and gentlemen. 33 seconds and counting. All associates stand by. 98 is about to launch.
Start me up.
Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go and cheer. Come on, Computer City.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Let's hear it, guys. Come on, guys. He's really going for it. Look at what's on the shelves as well. Weird. Or old Batman comics or special buy. Look at the size of those TV cameras back in the day. Big time. Slacks. Tightly waisted slacks. Baggy enough shirts.
Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go and cheer. Come on, Computer
Come on,
City.
guys. And there you have the sad face. Sorry for stopping here, but we really do need to capture this. It's beautiful in its complexity, and it says a lot about the day that's in it as well. It's a launch of a software type. It's no operating system. Is he excited though? We don't know. Let's have a look. Look at that lad in the red. He's going mental. Look. Come on! Come on! Look at these guys. Look at him. There's so much to look at. It's here. Windows 98. This is a cutaway that was shot later because you can tell by the sound, or it was shot earlier and they've just put it in. What we want to see is the opening of the door. Hopefully we go back to that great stuff. 2, 1. Did you see that? I thought he cracked a smile then. Look, your man. He cracked a little smile, and he had a paper in his hand as well. The first one in the door. Maybe we can see the moment he starts smiling. Is he smiling before it opens? It is. He's smiling. Look, he's smiling before it opens.
3, 2, 1.
Look at how happy he is there. He's very happy before he comes in. And now watch the deluge. Oh, they're running. They're running. See him. Look at that lad. And what's amazing is that fella's run. It's timed with the music. Do you know they've got some kind of Skywalker they've got some Star Wars music playing. and you hear like a drum crash just as it cuts to your man running. I don't know if that was if they intended to do that or he intended to do it, but look at the timing of it. This is everything. And we're going to get to play with this operating system in a moment. Mark, formerly Sweet Beast, thanks so much. No running. No running. No running. They got done there. Look at them. It's like when you get told at school to stop running and you just you walk really fast then. No running. Okay? No running. They worked the people up, like, you know. They worked the people up. They should have said before, listen, no running when you get in. That's America, though. Like, midnight launches, they go mad for this sort of stuff.
Don't run, please don't run. We have plenty.
Wow, look at that.
Don't run, please don't run. We have.
That's exactly what I mean. That fella there is exactly what I mean. When you're at school and the teacher tells you not to run because it's like home time, or you just want to get the fuck out of school, and so you just start walking really fast.
No. Don't run, please don't run. We have plenty.
We have plenty. And what a hat as well. What a hat. We'll just turn that down a bit so we can just get a
We have plenty.
Sorry, this might if you don't like fast moving images, we've got a man in a hat walking really fast.
Don't run, please don't run. We have run, please don't run.
Beautiful. Really nice. That's lovely stuff. And it's such anticipation. He's so happy, that fella, you know. He's waited a good few days for that. And he's got something in the hand. What's he got in the hand? Is it a voucher? We don't know. There's plenty of copies though, you know. There was no need for runnage. Wurzel runnage. What's that? Perhaps we'll never know. Someone says he looks like he's got the shites. Sandra Joyce, thank you very much. Hope you're getting on well. Amazing stuff coming up, guys. Windows 98. If you've just joined us, we have it. We have it in the bag. It's not going away. Don't worry. We tried to launch YouTube. Didn't work out for us. So we're on Firefox at the moment. Shite Guides, thank you very much. Look at that. Your man, he wants a copy of Windows 98, but he's so... Look at these VHS. Are they or Betamax? He gets offered a copy and he's just like, no thanks. Look, he runs past what he wants. He's that excited. He's that excited. He doesn't even realize that what he wants is right there, and he's just like, nah.
We have plenty.
Boom. Bah.
2112 OX12 cartridges.
Nice.
3-pack T120 video tapes. Fat 32.
What?
Yeah.
Did you say Fat 32? What a G. What an absolute gangster. This is an original gangster, Windows 98 gangster. Look at this.
2112 OX12 cartridges. 3-pack T120 video tapes. Fat 32.
Oh, such... Oh. Do you see the poison he delivers it with as well? FAT32, of course, is the format of the memory, I think, in Windows machines. You format, you know, when you format a USB, you can format it to NTFS or FAT32 or Mac. FAT32. FAT32 must have been the new thing on the block then. And look at the way look at the way he's kind of happy about it at first, and then he drops the 32. It's kind of like, yeah, FAT32.
Fat 32. 3-pack T120 video tapes. Fat 32. T120 video tapes. Fat 32.
Yeah.
Fat 32. Fat 32. Fat 32. Fat 32.
Yeah. We need to remix that into a tune. Look at the walk off. Why didn't we? I wish they would have left the shot to see where he goes. Fat 32. Fat 32.
Yeah, they were.
You're going to need to see someone at customer service with full copies.
So many copies of
In order to reach that technology, it really truly...
Sorry there, it could be too loud for you there. Tripod 98, thank you very much. Just like Windows 98, I was lovingly made in 97 over a period of many months. Great stuff. Thanks very much for the tip. And Shite Guides and Mark, formerly Sweet Beast. Very kind of you. And Connie, Delith, Chips. Hopefully I've got to you all there. And look at the Fringe. Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
In order to reach that technology, it really truly is an extension of the operating system, as well as our help site. Both are extensions of the operating.
Sorry, someone say my mic is too low, is it? Sorry about that. I'm just so excited here. Fat 32. Fat 32. Just want to see Fat 32 one more time. We wonder, is there any chance we do the G unit kind of music as he's going away? Then you kind of want to put the shades and the joint in the mouth after it, like, you know.
Fat 32.
Just sorry, I know I'm going on again and again, but look at the face. He says it with like malice. Look at that kind of malice.
Fat 30. Fat 30.
Look at that. Lovely pattern on the shirt as well. So this is Windows 98.
The operating system, as well as our help site. Both are extensions of the operating system. So if someone needs additional information, they can use our Internet Explorer browser to go to those sites and take advantage of it.
Wow. This is what we're all about. This is what we're doing. I
No matter
disabled
what
that from
browser
coming
they
up because it
choose
was
to
coming
use
up all
with
the
Windows
time.
98, they can set that as their default browser, and nothing in our operating system is going to change that. Customers have the ability to have Netscape as their default browser.
Thank you
or
very
if
much,
they've
Windows
created something
98.
Themselves, they're welcome to use that as well.
I'm here. Pay for the stuff there.
Bagging it up.
She get both copies of this? Yeah.
He's got the 2 copies. 98. 98 for the monitor.
Have a look here now. Any more Windows 98 stuff here, or is it just all 95? Steve Jobs, Windows 95, Windows 98. More amazing Windows 98 stuff coming up. Just had to break away there for a moment. We have Windows 98. That is not a lie. I'm not lying to you, okay? Would I lie to you? We have the Windows 98 system ready to rock. If you don't believe me, look at this. We've got it all. Start menu, programs, 7-zip. I told you this before. Startup, Display Doctor, Opera, online service, Compton's Home Library. We have the disc. I bought it off eBay, €11. Fat 32. Fat 32, okay? Watch this. We're going to watch another video about Windows 98 because we can't load YouTube videos up on the fucking yoke. Fat 32. Okay, welcome to the show. Sorry, I'm really pissing about and taking my time with this, but this is another video on Windows 98. This is a show from the 90s, I think, called Computer Chronicles. And this is going to tell us about Windows 98. Thank you very much, Asperger's Higgins.
This
Thank
week
you
on
very
the
much.
Computer Chronicles, Windows 98. We'll show you some of the new features of Win 98. We'll ask Windows Magazine editor Mike Elgin whether it's worth upgrading. You'll meet some Windows 98 users to see what they think. We'll show you some of the more fun aspects of Windows 98 with 2 add-on packages, Plus 98 and Gizmos 98. We'll meet the man who developed one of the popular alternatives to Windows, Mr. Linux, Linus Torvalds. Plus my pick of the week,
Linus Torvald, everybody. Linus Torvald. We're going to get to see him in action as well. It seems as though he was a Linux. He created Linux or something.
Email on the road. It's all coming up next on the Computer Chronicles.
And look at this guy. It's an amazing concept. It's an amazing situation. Let's go full screen on this. And I seen the sunrise over his head. Thanks very much for the tip there, Mark Tamagotchi's, Asperger's, and Windows. And Mark, check my link. Thank you. I will, Mark. Don't you worry. I'll check that link that you sent right after Computer Chronicles with Stuart Chieftet.
Wired for fun and learning, with locations in Cambridge, Massachusetts, Palo Alto, California, and White Plains, New York. And by TechWeb for up-to-the-minute technology news.
Woo! 2, 1, and action.
Hi, and welcome to the Computer Chronicles. I'm Stuart Chaffee. Well, Bill Gates and company...
Stuart Chaffee. Stuart Chaffee. Did you ever believe... Did you dream it? Did you dream it? Did you ever dare to dream it? Because if you didn't, then it's right here, right now. Computer Chronicles, Windows 98. We're the prelude to us playing around with
I've offered up Windows 98 now.
Sorry,
and most
did well not to get
users are
sick
saying,
there. The
"Show me
operating
value."
system.
Is it only a fix or an upgrade, or is it really a new generation operating system? Bottom line, is it worth the $90? Here to attempt...
90 pounds, 90 euros, 90 punt, $90. Okay, and Stuart Chieftet is here.
Persuade us is Kim Akers.
And it's a lovely thatch. It's a beautiful thatch, and it's nestled cozily on the crown.
98 product manager for Microsoft. Welcome, Kim.
Hi, good to be
Now,
here.
I want to do something with you I never let a guest do in this show. I want you to sell
He's going to do something that he never lets a guest do.
me. Pitch me. Convince me and our viewers that it's worth upgrading to 98.
Well, let's just take a look
All
right
right,
away.
let's
Let's
do
get
it.
right in. Well, one of the things you can do with Windows 98 is similar to the web.
Okay, so we have a Windows tech woman, and she's going to sell the computer here.
You can navigate on your hard drive using the backwards and forwards buttons just
Wow,
like you would.
this is everything we're going to be doing and more, guys. Stay tuned. We're going to be doing all... You can navigate from all the stuff in your hard drive. Whew, wow.
on the web.
So it keeps track of where I've been, even in the desktop, and I can just go
And
forward.
you can use backwards and
All
forwards
right,
as a way of
that's
navigating.
nice.
The other thing is, as you can see here, you can real quickly get a preview of what you'd be opening up. So you don't actually have to try to remember what it is you've saved your file
All
name
right.
as. You can just quickly
Saves
see
you
what
time.
it is.
All right, you're
Saves
two
you
for
a
two.
ton of
That's very
time.
good.
Other thing you can do is directly from here. Let's say that I wanted to go out to the web. Let's just go out to ESPN here, see what happened last night. We'll
All right.
check it out a little bit. I think there was some baseball activity
Yes.
last night. And I'm real easy. I'm right out on the web. If I wanted to go back to my hard drive, I simply click the backwards button and I'm right back on my hard drive. So no longer do you have to think about which application you want. You just go find the
All right,
information.
so this is all the web integration stuff everybody's heard about. It doesn't matter whether the information's on your hard drive or up on some server in cyberspace somewhere. Same access.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exact same way of
Kim
navigating.
Akers.
Now similar to
And it's Kim Akers as well. Kim Akers, who is delivering this blow-by-blow account of how to get to grips with your operating system. And don't forget the man with the thatch of 1,000 houses. Chief
Everybody's heard about. It doesn't matter
Chieftet.
whether the information's
Stuart
on your
Chieftet.
hard drive.
And there's a bit of a back comb on that. Could have done with maybe a bit of a Wurzel trimmage just at the back there, or maybe even a bit of grease just to slap it down a bit. But who cares?
Or up on some server in cyberspace somewhere. Same access.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exact same way of navigating.
What else?
Now, similar to how you use backwards and forwards on the web, links or hyperlinks is also something that's pretty helpful. So what we've done is we've redone help. Don't everyone have
This was a revolutionary moment for Windows where they completely stripped down the package, took the rulebook, and threw it out the fucking window. And they set fire to it before they doused it in lighter fluid and just set it alight and then threw out the window. And they redefined the help menu system in Windows 98 and made it into an internet-like experience where you had back, forward, everything was hyperlinked, HTML, hyperlink text markup. It had it all, and we're gonna see it all in a moment when we finish this video. We get to grips
But in
with it.
case you do,
something doesn't work.
in case you do, what you can see is that now it's very similar to the web. It's all hyperlink based. I can simply click. Let's say I don't know exactly what I'm looking for. I just click through until I find the
So
topic.
it looks like
that
you're
I
on a
want.
web page. Wherever the cursor is, the thing turns blue. It says I'm a link. It gets underlined. Click on it. Takes you somewhere.
Exactly. We've also built in some new troubleshooting wizards. So instead of having to call into product support, you can now
You
go
get
ahead.
put on hold.
Oh, we would never do that
No,
to you.
no, right.
You can go ahead and answer a couple of quick questions.
You're the Microsoft
and
disc
we'll,
jockey.
we'll solve
Jesus,
some problems for you.
hold
So
on
let's-
there. Stuart keeps on cutting her off there. You know, she's trying to get it. She can't get a word in edgeways. She's trying to tell. Stuart's like, it does that, yeah? And you press that and tell me what does that do. So you're telling me what that happens is when it's supposed to do that. It's like he knows the thing about Stuart is being cute now. If we go back to take a look at Stuart's demeanor here, you wouldn't guess it to look at him, but he knows everything about what's going on with this operating system before he's even talking to Kim Akers. Kim Akers has given him acres of space with which to reply, but he doesn't take acres, does Chief or Stuart. He goes in for the kill straight away. So he's asking the questions, but then he's answering them himself as well. It defeats the purpose. It's a bit annoying. And poor Kim, she cannot get a word in.
On a local printer, and it'll go ahead and provide you some suggestions.
Okay.
Now, if you're still having trouble and you want more information, you have the ability to go directly out to the web. So right here we have this button called the Web Help. Go ahead and click on that, and it'll take me directly out to the Microsoft
So automatically
website.
knows the right place to go on your website so I can get an answer to my question.
Exactly.
So again, in lieu of calling on the phone.
Exactly, and you can even send product support an email, and they
Okay.
can answer your question.
What else?
Now, another new feature is something
What
called
else?
Windows
What else?
Update. Take me
Is there
directly out-
somebody off the camera holding a gun to these guys' heads? It's like the fastest delivered thing I've ever seen.
Go ahead and click on that, and it'll take me directly out.
So I can.
Exactly, and you can even send product support an email, and
Okay.
they can answer your question.
What else?
And they
Okay.
can answer your question.
What else?
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 Now, another new feature is something called Windows Update. This gives you one central location to get updates to your machine. So you get new updates to your operating system even after you walk into the store and you actually buy the product. We'll continue to sort of update that
So
operating
you mean that's
system for
automatic?
you.
If I go to the Windows Update section, it automatically logs on to the portion of your website that looks at my machine and says, hey, you don't have the latest driver or the latest thing.
Exactly. So what we
What
do is
the
we
hell
take a
is
look at what's
that?
on your machine and we
So it looks on the version of my machine, says it's going to update the driver, whatever.
Or the latest thing.
exactly.
Go to the Windows Update section, it automatically logs on to the portion of your website that looks at my update section.
He said and this is the thing, Chief Stuart. You're talking so fast, you ended up saying partition instead of portion. You meant to say portion, but because you were trying to get the fucking words out and you were making poor Karen rush, you got caught out, Chief. You got caught out. And you said partition. Did anybody catch it? Let's listen to this. Partition.
Continue to sort of update that
So
operating
you mean that's
system for
automatic?
you.
If I go to the Windows Update section, it automatically logs on to the portion of your automatically logs on to the portion of your.
What a fuck up. I'd say he did not sleep a wink that night when he realized what he'd said.
Your website that looks at my machine and says, hey, you don't have the latest driver or the latest thing.
Exactly. So what we do is we take a look at what's on your machine and we come back and we say, hey, based on what you have on your machine, we think that you might want to install this
Okay.
security fix or this
The
operating
forever
system
current
update.
operating
Jabo,
system.
Exactly.
thank you very much, Jabo and Tim Hectares and Charles Stewart, Chief Det. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Last
Keep it
thing,
growing.
1 minute USB support. Let's know about
Okay, well, anybody who's ever tried to install a scanner will really, really, really appreciate USB
Okay.
support. So I'm going to need your help here.
that. I have a scanner right
Yep,
here.
This is a USB scanner. What I want you to do is plug it into the
So
back of
that's
my
a USB
machine
port.
there.
I'm just going to, while the machine's on. not
Exactly.
worrying
While the
about it.
machine's on,
Okay.
you'll notice you've plugged it in here, and it's going to go ahead and identify that you've plugged in a device, what that actual device is. It's loading all the appropriate
Mm-hmm.
drivers. Now, you're not having to take apart your machine. You're not having to turn your machine off. Real easy to do. You can
It
imagine
doesn't say put in disk or find all that
nothing
stuff.
like that. And so now it's ready to go. So now all
Really?
you need to do is put
Wow.
the picture in.
And this is going to work.
Hit the on button right there. It's going to bring up the imaging software.
Wow.
And I'm going to go ahead and say that we want to
Look at
scan it
that.
in. And it's going to go ahead and
You installed a
automatically.
scanner in 10 seconds.
Couple
And
of
that,
seconds.
You're
look
a
at
good
that,
sales lady. Thank you, Kim.
scanning a
The
baby.
official Microsoft View. Now let's talk to some users who have upgraded to Windows 98 and see what they think.
If you just joined us, guys, we're going for Windows 98. We've got the operating system ready to rock, ready to go. This is not a drill. I have everything ready to go. We're going to be looking at Compton's 3D World Atlas Deluxe. I'm just getting a taste for it online, a flavour of Windows 98 before we delve right into the meat and potatoes of this absolutely unbelievable operating system. I can't wait. And look at this guy.
Weinstein lives in San
It's
Francisco.
a beautiful nest he's got. It's a lovely nest. And look at the grey, the magnolia grey kind of stuff. It's beautiful. What an environment. You wouldn't want to work in a less inspiring environment than this. This has him firing on all cylinders. His synapses are going. Look at that monitor. Little bit of monitor trickery there. It's a lovely little life hack where he's taken the A4 block of paper, printer paper, and he's slid it under the monitor just for the optimum height for the two monitors. Lovely stuff. Workings out, machinations, the inner machinations of his mind there on the whiteboard. A lovely mouse, lovely atmosphere. He's got one keyboard there and a slide out tray for another keyboard. If he wants, he's got that option as well.
But he often connects from his home to computers.
He's got it all worked out. Somebody says there he's got it all Antonio Proli does. He's got it all worked out. Let's see what this guy has to say. He's just updated to Windows 98. He's got a flavour of what we're going to be getting a taste of soon enough.
Some 35 miles away. Yuri uses the multiple monitor feature of Windows 98 to open files on several machines at once.
Wow.
Creating a kind of dual desktop.
Dual monitor setup. And this is something we didn't have before Windows 98. You were on Windows 95, multiple windows open on the same screen. Windows 98 eliminated that bullshit, okay? Second monitor, screen real estate. Yeah? You probably had to install a second video card or something, but by God, when you did that and you took the time and the effort, you had an extra monitor. You were really looking at two monitors and not one.
With multiple monitor feature, I can easily locate.
And this is Yuri Weinstein.
Different machines. Let's say, for example, I connected to two machines and have them on separate monitors. So I don't have to have, press Alt, Tab, and switch in between different windows and do this stuff all over and over again.
Windows 98 will accommodate up to 9 different monitors, although each one must be connected to a separate PCI card.
Didn't I tell you?
What
was that?
Will accommodate up to 9 different monitors, although each one must be connected to a separate PCI card.
And nowadays we have HDMI, we have you can connect a load of monitors, you can do anything. You can do anything nowadays. You can broadcast to the PC and it'll give you another monitor or whatever. It doesn't make sense, but you know what I'm talking about. Back in the day, though, it was a case of laboriously adding and control and configuring and installing and all this. And you had to have people like Weinstein there to be able to do the job, because you weren't able for it. You didn't know what the PC was. It was an alien. It was just a box to you and I. You probably bought it pre-built. Unless your father was a tech nerd, then you probably built it or something. But times are tough.
While a desk full of monitors might be overkill for most home offices, Yuri would not go back to a single screen.
I can tell that a lot of users probably will do
Look
the
at
same.
all that stuff he's doing. He's got the bar charts. He's got they replica windows of his current desktop. He's got another desktop on. That's one window there, a desktop. That's another one. That's a bar chart. And then he's got his original desktop behind them. What was Yuri playing at? And what's this Visa look? Yuri Weinstein. Look at his start bar. That'd give me a headache. That would get. I just need clean and clear. I don't want clutter. But Yuri Weinstein was a man of the clut.
As I did. Whenever you try and go through some setup problems or actions to get it running, you probably will never want to work on a single monitor anymore.
There you go.
Deep in Silicon Valley, Robert Scoble is another convert to Windows 98.
We've another convert here. It's Robert Scoble. And look at him there.
Robert
Scobling away diligently in his little Scobel room. Thank you very much, Windows 98 FM, the Lonely Donkey, who says Yuri's setup is 8 out of 10. Cormac Malloy, thanks very much. Wake Up Gemma. Milkington, Brendan Fortune, Charles Stewart. I said that already, thanks very much.
the conference planner who does a lot of business internationally. He was attracted by the new video conference support built into Windows 98.
Okay. Well, let me take you to the new website I just opened up, and I'll show you around. On the weekends, I'm stuck working because I plan conferences all over the world.
And it's Scobel or bust at the moment. FTP, File Transfer Protocol, okay? I don't know whether or not that can't be a company he's working for, is it? Who knows? Robert Scobel. And it's a Philip Seymour Hoffman situation.
And like right now, I'm planning a VBITS conference in Frankfurt, Germany, and a conference in Tokyo also for Visual Basic
Conference in
programmers.
Tokyo.
So I need to communicate with them around the clock because obviously they're sleeping while we're awake, and they're awake while we're sleeping.
Robert
I'm sleeping listening to this Scobel.
Net show.
And look at that amazing quality stuff. This is what we were treated back in the day. Lovely, really, really shit resolution live stream. And Windows 98, of course, 2 years before it was Big Brother. I remember when that was doing the live stream. You could watch it live. This is what you had. If you had dial-up, nobody even had modem speeds fast enough to be able to deliver quality streaming video. And you downloaded all these other programs like Shockwave and QuickTime, and in the hope that you were going to get an amazing stream, but it was just crap, and you didn't have it until they gave you until you got a broadband situation, which was years away.
Stream video from his conferences and the added support for shared applications to co-design conference web pages.
And look at the web pages as well. They're all just stuff that you could knock up on Microsoft Word, or it's just there's zero graphic design or web, very basic stuff back in the day. But it
program's
worked.
Size and features are a far cry from the PC's first bare bones operating systems.
What is an operating system? That's really tough for me to answer. I'll leave that to the DOJ and Bill Gates. But,
The Department of Justice and Bill Gates.
I certainly like the added features. I certainly feel better when I get an operating system that has more stuff in it.
Exactly.
For the Computer Chronicles, I'm Sarah O'Brien.
Wow, what a shot. I love it. I love the way they did that bit. Look at this. Look at the thatch. Look at the way he's just waiting there when they cut back. And what's he doing? What's this fella doing? I can't something. Look, I can't something. He's got something written on his top there. It says I can't. Well, I'll tell you something. I can't even read it. So you've failed there, man. Didn't realize the resolution wasn't going to work. And look at the situation. He's just gearing up. And that's a lovely directorial touch there. The director said, look, camera 2, can you start off with the shot of the monitor of camera 1? We've got the Chief Thatcher looking into camera 1. We're going to start on that, and then we're going to pan on 3, 2, 1, and Chief Stewart.
If there is a Windows 98 expert in the country, it's certainly Mike Elgin, who's editor of Windows Magazine. Mike's been using Win98, I guess, for a long time, through many of the beta versions up until the shipping version now. And many people, many of our viewers saw you on the show for several months previewing Windows 98 before it first came out. Now that you've played with the real shipping version,
very much,
what is your opinion? Is it worth the $90?
I think for everybody using Windows 95, it's definitely something people should upgrade to. Yeah, it's the new and improved version of Windows 95.
Okay.
And that's my take. Not fundamentally different, just a lot better than the old version.
All right. Now, one of the best features, or one of your favorite features I know in Win98, most users will never even find because it doesn't really install with the program. It's buried somewhere in that Win98 CD, and it's called Tweak UI, which means what?
We'll move on. We'll move on. But I do want to just take a moment to look at the hair again. It's quality. The closer we go, the more questions I have. And look at this situation here.
That's right.
Mike, thank you.
Look at that face. You just don't get that anymore.
install it and play.
That's right.
You don't get that anymore. And watch this little turnaround. And we're going to slow down that as well because it's a perfect situation. And we'll turn it down by a moment. And we'll play it at full speed after we've played it at complete slow-mo speed just to see this little turnaround. And actually what we'll do is, I just want to show you as well before... what's this?
Why, thank you.
Lovely stuff. Why, thank you. It's a lovely situation. Let's go back to that again once more and just get a little look at that.
That's right. Why, thank you.
It's a lovely situation, and he really he knocked it out of the park. He knocked it out of the park with that one.
All right, well, it may be a Windows world for many computer users, but Microsoft does not own the whole PC operating business. There is a very popular alternative out there called Linux. Why is it called Linux? Because it was developed by a Finnish programmer named Linus Torvalds.
Linus Torvald, everyone, here he is. It's Linus Torvald.
Is a 28-year-old software engineer
And
from
look at the
Sweden.
situation. It's an amazing situation. The sandals combined with the socks.
In 1991, when he was a student at
Excellent stuff.
Helsinki
Really, really taking it in his stride.
University in Finland, he wanted to buy a personal computer.
Great
but
stuff.
He was not
A
happy
family
with
man.
The choice of operating systems.
The problem was,
It looks a bit Elon Musk-ish. There's a bit of Musk in him. Linus Torvald, creator of Linux, the alternative system. Okay, if you're really into your computers and you didn't want to go along with the corporate bullshit that Microsoft was slopping out into your computer hard drive, you could go and find your own operating system, Linux. I've never bothered my whole, but it's out there, and you can do it if you're arsed.
the machine is just half of what you need. The other part is the software, and quite frankly, it just sucked.
So Linus developed.
And there you go. We're watching a thing about Microsoft 98. What Torvald thought of it, it sucked.
And quite frankly, it just sucked. And quite frankly, it just sucked.
So Linus developed his own operating system, one he could
Fat
afford,
32.
based on Unix.
I had been programming for half my life at that point. I was 21. And I just knew that I was the best programmer in the world. I mean, I was young, I was brash, and I thought, hey, I can do better than this.
Linux grew from
he
one
was
user
confident.
to 10 in its first year, then a few hundred. As more programmers discovered it, they added their own features. Today, there are well over 5 million users.
Wow,
And
what a story.
There are lots of people who have contributed in testing out things. Even that, yes, you can buy it on a CD.
Wow.
But if I feel that I've done something relevant.
For the Computer
Wow.
Chronicles, I'm Sarah O'Brien.
Amazing stuff. And we've got lovely, there's a shot there of the sandals and socks and there was enough light on it. The first time we saw the sandals and socks, there wasn't enough light on them to really give
feel
you
that I've done
the
something
sight
relevant.
you needed to
For
see.
the Computer Chronicles, I'm Sarah O'Brien.
And it's just there at the bottom of the screen. You can see them in all their glory.
Brian.
You just don't get that anymore. Someone in the chat said that's not his child. I can't guarantee. I don't know about that.
Windows 98.
We haven't looked into it. But look at this. Back to the man himself, the legend, and he's with Karen again.
It does have lots of practical new features in it, but hey, what about having some fun with your computer? You can.
That's exactly what I want to be doing as well afterwards. I want to have some fun with the operating system. And he knows that that's all we want to be here for as well. It's not about the spreadsheets, the multiple monitors, the workstations, the file transfer protocols, the offshoot Linux system built as a reprisal to the suck of Microsoft's Windows. It's all about having fun in the games as well, and we've got some amazing stuff coming up. I bought this off eBay, okay? I waited 11 days. I paid €11 for this, and I waited a week for it to arrive. It arrived It's Compton's Home Library 3D World Atlas Deluxe. Google Earth before Google Earth was even invented. So you're going to witness something amazing there as well. From general reference to home living and special interest, Compton's Home Library offers a wealth of comprehensive current information along with engaging multimedia. It's all coming up. What does Chief have to say for himself?
Practical new features in it, but hey, what about having some fun with your computer? You can do some very cool new things on your PC with 2 add-on packages. And the first one we'll look at is Microsoft's Plus 98. And Kim, you're back with us again. And another $40 or so, I get Plus 98. What do I do with that?
So first thing you should do is take a look at some of the new themes.
Sorry,
Let's
I
go
called
up
her
here
Karen. I got it wrong. Her name is Kim, and it's Kim Akers. And she has literally acres of space of knowledge in her mind about what you can do with the computer as well. It's a
Plus
Stephen
98,
Merchant
and we'll pull up some of the
situation.
new themes. So depending upon your personality,
And let's have a look.
You can really set your computer to match.
We're
your
going to be doing
personality.
this. We're going to be doing this. We're going to be changing the background. We're going to be changing the text, the windows. We're going to be customizing it all when we get into the
The
thing.
theme is the wallpaper and the
Desktop,
look
the
of the...
icons, how it looks. So if you're into Kathy, let's
So
say.
if you're into comic books...
You're into Garfield,
Right.
you can go ahead and do that. If you want to go a little bit more highbrow, for example, you could go up to Photodisk, get some images here of different items that were going on.
Cool.
So this is
Garfield, Captain Cabinets, thank you very much. We're going to be doing the Garfield thing.
Or customizing your desktop to kind of look the fuzzy environment.
Exactly how you
in.
want. Go ahead and get a screensaver that takes place at the exact same time.
And it's Peanuts. It's Charlie Brown. It's Snoopy and Peanuts. Tweakwee. Thank you very much. Tweak UI. Thank you very much.
So really customizing your
Always a pleasure. Thank you very much.
desktop how you want it to look and how you want to work. So let's go ahead and actually apply this Peanuts one here. We'll
Okay.
pretend that we're in the comic
We're in the
book mode
Peanuts
today.
world now.
Yes, exactly. So you'll notice that, let me get out of there, and you'll notice that I have all sorts of different Peanuts characters here.
All right.
All sorts of different Peanuts characters here, she says. And look at that. What an amazing background. And all the icons of the different programs and shit have changed to Peanuts stuff.
Other things that you can do with Plus 98 is it comes with a new music CD player. So one of the problems...
What's new about it?
One of the problems you used to have...
And then again, he's cutting her off again. Give her time to speak, for God's sake, Chief Stewart.
Peanuts characters here.
All right.
A couple of other things that you can do with Plus 98 is it comes with a new music CD player. So one of the problems...
What's new about it?
Gee, she's gonna fucking tell you, Stewart. She's literally about to, she's telling you. What's new about it?
With Plus 98 is it comes with a new music CD player. So one of the problems...
What's new about it?
One of the problems you used to have is you used to have to type in every single song that was on your CD player.
Right.
With this CD player, it goes out to the internet and downloads all that information for you.
Wow.
So all I have to do is simply select the song. I don't have
So
to...
on my desktop, I've got a list of all the music, and it says what it is, who's doing it, etc.
Exactly. I don't have to memorize
So
anymore.
every music CD I buy now, I can actually pull that information
Yep,
from
and
the
it
web.
comes right down from the web. And then if you want to find out more information about the particular band that you're listening to, or go find other CDs that are similar sort of genre of music,
What a
you can
world.
get that all right from
Further
here, then.
integration of the web.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Making it easy to do that.
All right, so music, what else?
Now, for those people out there who think that they are sort of closet...
Sorry, I just thought of something then. I thought that he knew everything. But I could catch him look at the way Chief Stewart glances at his notes here when Karen's trying to give him some information about the computer. Look at what he does here. Look at this sneaky little glance he gives.
For those people out there who think that they are sort of
Go back, sorry.
music, you can get that all right from
Further
here, then.
integration of the web.
Exactly.
Look at him there. Further integration of the web. And look at this little glance here.
Making it easy to do that.
All right.
Look. He's reading the question before he's looking at it. He should have looked at it and then looked at her in the eyes and then asked her the question. But you've been caught out, Stuart. You've been caught out 22 years after you committed the crime. And you thought we wouldn't let it lie. Well, we're here now. And it's coming back up to haunt you.
So music, what else?
Now, for those people out there who think that they are sort of closet photographers, we have another tool for them.
Closet
Something called
photographers.
Picture
Yeah, fucking hell. There was a lad, I knew a feller who was a closet photographer. The judge gave him a long sentence, like. He would actually be going into people's closets and then taking photos. But I mean, I don't know how Kim Akers has got what information she's going to have about these guys. Maybe she knew him as well.
There who think that they
Sam the Snapper, his name was.
Closet photographers. We have another tool for them, something called Picture It Express. What this does is this allows you to take all those pictures that you've scanned in using that USB scanner and go ahead and real easily modify them.
got a little baby Photoshop built in or something like that?
So let's go ahead and open up this picture that we scanned in.
It's about Photoshop. It's about editing pictures and shit.
Real easy compressing folders if you want to. So that's for the more serious side of it also.
It's another $40 or so.
I bet you he's going to look at the notes again.
So you get all that stuff.
Exactly.
All right, Kim, thank you very much. All right, well.
He didn't, but look at that. Look at the situation. And it's a crest. It's a thatch. I seen the thatch rise over the moon.
There is a whole software industry built on offering add-ons to Microsoft products. And one of the new entrants in the field is Play, best known for its snappy video capture card. But now Play has come up with Gizmos 98, and here to show it.
Gizmos 98.
This is the infamous Kiki stock camera. Welcome, Kiki.
Hi, Stuart.
Kiki.
Now, some people have seen you and I looking at the beta version at some of the trade shows of Gizmos 98. You got the
Look, wait a second. Did you hear this? And he's very happy to be with Kiki. And people have seen me and you, Kiki. He just said people have seen us playing with betas. Let's have a little look here. What was him and Kiki doing with the betas?
98, and here to show it, bring add-ons to Microsoft products. And one of the new entrants in the field is Play, best known for its snappy video capture card. But now Play has come up with Gizmos 98, and here to show it, this is the infamous Kiki stock camera. Welcome, Kiki.
Hi, Stuart.
Now, some people.
There's there's chemistry there, and you can tell. And look at the shirt is a little bit unbuttoned there. We didn't see that happen. Did that happen off camera? I believe he says something now. And look at the chemistry. She loves it. She loves being in his presence, and he is very happy to be with Kiki. And quite a disturbing admission from Chief Stewart there, saying that we have been seen together. We have been seen together playing with the beta. Was there a third person involved in this as well? Was it one of those fucking messed up situations?
People have seen you and I looking at the beta version at some of the trade shows of Gizmo.
Trade shows of Gizmos. We're getting into a lot of double speak here, guys. So, we know there's something deeper at stake here. This is not just about computer technology and gizmos, as they say. Because there's more. You wouldn't be like that if it was a gizmo situation. It's more than a gizmo situation. I'm willing to put money on there's something going on here between the two of them. Kiki and your man, Stuart, who I'm very surprised at. I thought he was a family man. I thought he was like fucking Torvald, Linux man.
You got the real shipping version now.
Absolutely.
You got like 25 different applications. Is it the Play best?
Sorry,
has come up with. Now, some people have seen you and I looking at the beta version. Now, some people have seen you and I looking at the beta version. Now, some people have seen you and I looking at the beta version at some of the trade shows of Gizmos 98. You got the real shipping version now.
Absolutely.
You got like 25 different applications, is it, that comes with this thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's go through some of them. We don't have to.
Kiki's stock hammer. It's all there. Everything is there. Stock hammer and Chief Running Water or Chief Stewart knew about the betas. The two of them.
Real shipping version now.
Absolutely.
You got like 25 different applications, is it, that comes with this thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's go through some of them. We don't have time to do all of them.
Yeah, Stockhammer. Spill the beans about Chief. Seems you and him had a lovely old time looking at the betas down at the Gizmo Roadshow. Are you listening to me, Stockhammer? You'd want to don't check the Stockhammer. Check the Windows 98. This is too much. I had to go and get the can. Because I could not. And it's, look at what Kiki Stockhammer Kiki Stockhammer Play. The two of them have been playing with the fucking betas in one of those messed up situations. Let's have a little look. Someone said it was a fat 98 or fat 32.
At some of the trade shows of Gizmos 98. You got the real shipping version now.
Absolutely.
You got like 25 different applications that comes with
Gizmos 98. You got the real shipping version out. Stay with us, guys. We've got World Atlas, 3D World Atlas Deluxe. It's coming up. It's coming fast, and it's coming out right all over your screen soon enough. But look at this. Kiki Stockhammer. And we're going to go back again just to take it from the... Look at him. He knows what's going on. No wonder he looks like that. He's leaving poor old Kim Akers there to play with her peanuts.
Exactly.
All right, Kim, thank you very much.
While he fucks off to
there is
Stockhammer.
a whole software industry built.
And there's something a little bit sinister here about Chief.
So you get all that stuff.
Exactly.
All right, Kim, thank you very much.
Look at this. he's bursting with pleasure because he's going over to see Stockhammer. Yeah, Stockhammer. Have you any beta gizmos? Shall we go and look at the beta gizmos together? In the roadshow, the Gizmo Roadshow, man.
There is a whole software industry built on offering add-ons to Microsoft.
Something sinister about this situation.
Best known for its snappy video capture card, but now Play has come up with Gizmos 98, and here to show it to us is the infamous Kiki Stockhammer. Welcome, Kiki.
Infamous. The infamous Kiki Stockhammer.
Some people have seen you and I looking at the beta version at some
Look
of
at
the
the little
trade
thing
shows.
he does with the hands there when he says, we've been seen looking at the beta version. Look.
Hi, Stuart.
Now, some people have seen you and I looking at the beta version.
What does that mean? What the hell does that mean? Sorry, there's a few people who've tipped. I never said thank you. Chief Misogynist, thank you very much. Anguished Panda, thank you very much. Milk Snake, thank you. Does it take Flappy? Thank you very much. Blue Thunder want their money. Thanks so much for that, guys. Don't worry, we're going to get back to you soon. We really will. And Silver Pixie, thank you very much. Stock hammering the stock market, you say.
Some of the trade shows of Gizmos 98. You got the real shipping version now.
Absolutely.
You got like 25 different applications, is it, that comes with this thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's go through some of them. We don't have time to do all of them.
Kiki
First of all, what's the little
Stockhammer
bar
from
at the bottom?
Play.
Well, you know, there was a problem with, you have a lot of files on your desktop. How can we cram them in a small space? So we created what was called Launchpad. I kind of like to think of it as the conveyor belt for all of your different
So that's all the
programs.
apps inside Gizmos there.
Absolutely right.
All right, so I see you got a bunch of clocks there. So you kind of like improving on what Microsoft has done
Kiki
with the typical accessories.
Kiki Clockhammer. Yeah, Stockhammer. I seen you've got a bunch of clock hammers on your desktop. Yeah, Stockhammer. Nice background desktop you got there. Set as desktop background, is it? Stainless steel walkway stuff. So you've got a bit of grippage for your feet when you're walking over the metal. That's what you were going for, Stockhammer, was it? Thank you very much there for the tips there. So many tips, so many innuendos, so many puns on the name. Stockhammer has form, someone says. Stockhammer syndrome. Somebody sent in a video saying Stockhammer has form. There we go. Thanks for the tip. And it says up to all sorts back in the wild days of 90s tech. We're going to get to that in a minute. It seems if it is what it is, if it is what I think it is, it's not going to be good for her or for anybody involved. And Cheeky Peanut, thank you very much for the tip. So far, I'm absolutely flabbergasted and just disgraced because we set out on an evening of fun, of Windows 98 fun. Here's the operating system here, which we were going to get to grips with. Oh, we still are if we can get to the... But we've become embroiled in a Stockhammer-shaped conspiracy between Chief Stewart, the Windows 90, or the computer tech man of the 90s, and Kiki, the infamous infamous Kiki Stockhammer. All will be revealed in due course.
Absolutely. So our whole idea was we wanted to bring a little bit more of realism and add kind of a
Like
more of
TV.
a personality.
Right.
Exactly. So this is just one of 4 clocks. This is a digital clock that you can actually use your CD to wake you up with music if you want to. Some other cool features. There's also a neat little analog one. So
Okay,
again,
is that a little alarm clock kind of thing I see down there too?
you can totally just have your own choice of
Okay.
whatever you want to do.
All right, now you've also improved on the calculators, right? You got a whole bunch of different calculators up there that look real.
Yes, that whole mathematical process, we just can't seem to get it out of our
Scientific
brains.
calculator.
Yes, so this is what we call
That's a price of admission right there.
the PC 100.
Scientific calculator, guys. Scientific.
And one of the cool features is, as I'm just kind of going through here.
And look at that,
doing stuff,
23,
you can see it
56,
starts-
79.
Paper roll, exactly. Now you can also print it out. And not only do we have the scientific calculator, but we
Kiki
have cool financial
Stockhammer.
calculators, just a bunch of different
Okay,
stuff.
now something really cool, what's it called, Picture Explorer, that lets you organize all the pictures on your hard drive?
Yes. Now this was a big thing that I really wanted because, of course, being the snappy.
So Kiki Stockhammer now is going to show him some stuff about organizing files, organizing photographs on your hard drive.
Queen that I am. I have all those images.
Put all those images in, you don't know where they are, what
Exactly.
they're called, how to find them.
Exactly. So what you see.
And look at this. These are all Kiki's images. A tiger, a kangaroo, a sphinx cat, the Lincoln Memorial, Paris, a starfish, some people, a seal, and then 2 other folders, colors and graphics. And look at this, a butterfly and a donkey or something there. Let's go on here and see how this develops. Also, let's have a little look before we do see how it develops and have a little look at what's on her desktop there. Network, neighborhood, inbox, recycle bin, shredder, a vault. I never remember using a vault. It would seem Stockhammer has a few items in her stockpile that she doesn't want released to the public. I wonder what it is, and of course why she's known as the infamous
Here
Kiki
is we have little
Stockhammer.
thumbnails,
And she's
if
got
you just
rats.
double-clicking on
Rats.
them, I can instantly, access them. Now, I don't know if you remember in Blade Runner, they had this cool machine that allowed you to look at pictures and zoom in on them. Well, we can do the same thing.
Blade Runner
and it
effect.
even
Blade Runner. And it's rats. She's got rats, look. PC Hammer, thank you very much. And Stockhammer Style. Thank you very much, Stockhammer Style. Did you see then? She goes, it reminds me of Blade Runner, where there was a thing that you could zoom in on the faces. And Chief Stewart doesn't cop on for a moment. He goes, oh, Blade Runner, yeah. Blade Runner. Let's have a little listen to this again. See if you can pick this out.
had this cool machine that allowed you to look. Just double clicking on them, I can instantly, access them. Now, I don't know if you remember in Blade Runner, they had this cool machine that allowed you to look at pictures and zoom in on them. Well, we can do the same thing.
Blade Runner
and it
effect.
even, brings it to a really nice
Blade
resolution.
Runner, right.
Does it automatically go out and find all the GIFs and all that stuff and put them together?
It has a special cool little search file, so you can go through and search your hard drives and set up files.
Has a cool little search file, so you can go and search your hard drive. The infamous Kiki Stockhammer telling the chief, who's been with her at Gizmo Beta fairs. There was a beta convention. And they're not beta, he's alpha as chief. And Kiki, she's in on it.
Files and do the whole
All right, another thing I want you to show us quickly, you have an amazing little thing in here called Performer 98 that actually lets you kind of make slideshows, movies, commercials or something?
Yeah, our whole idea is, think of it as kind of PowerPoint mixed with the television studio in a way. And again, just by double clicking on the little apps down here, we'll bring up Performer 98, which we kind of look as the internet filmmaking tool, where you can take your own pictures, your own music, your own narration,
Make a little movie type
graphics.
thing and actually use it as a
Exactly.
file which you could send an email?
So they're making movies together now. And look, Kiki has movies. She's made movies.
So just as a quickie example, this is actually something that I emailed to my mom last March.
So what is it?
This is a cool little email.
And sorry, before this sounds funny. All I could there was, "Hi, Mom. Hi." Again, Chief, he can't let someone talk or just show him the thing. It's like, what else? Okay, what next? What is it? Listen to this.
So what is it?
This is a cool, exactly.
She's
And
gonna.
so just
She's about to show him, yet he's still chomping at the bit to say, "What's going on? What's going on?"
as a quickie example, this is actually something that I emailed to my mom last March.
So what is it?
She's showing you, man.
This is a cool little email just about my birthday.
And so you had stills, snappy grabs, I
That's
take
right,
it, and
that's
music
right.
and voiceover.
The infamous Kiki Stockhammer.
And you're like a little movie maker here.
Right, and the coolest part about it is what you're actually seeing is full frame, 60 frame per second transitions. This has never been done before.
TV style stuff.
That's right. So what we've done is
TV style stuff right here. What's going on? What's that in the background there in the kitchen? Is that like a cover for a cake or something? And why are the three? Who needs 3 cakes on a birthday? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 candles. Well, I mean, there's more than... She's older than that, like.
we've kind of brought back the lost art of assembly language programming.
And that's a little thing. Love you, Kiki. Was this really to her mother, or were these things she was sending to Stuart?
And you're seeing here directly just a generic PC.
Is this all done in software?
That's right.
2 quick things I want you to show me. We're going to be out of time. You have a cube demo in which you do this incredible 3D rotation that really seems sort of impossible to do on a plain old PC.
Well, you know.
You have a cube. It seems impossible to do. What the hell is this?
Well, basically, it's the nerd in us, Stuart. Basically, you know, we wanted to be able to show off the power that you have in your personal computer today. And
What
again,
the hell is that?
This is not using any 3D accelerator card.
What is that look?
PictureCube allows you to create your own cube.
Oh
where you
my
have your own
God.
Images. Now I just popped on some different images.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a minute. What is that? Why is that happening? She's made a cube with different images of herself on it, and it spins around over a purple background. The infamous Kiki Stockhammer, known to have gone to beta conventions with Chief and Gizmo, play with Gizmos. They played with Gizmos together. She's gone and made this in Blade Runner style.
Card. PictureCube allows you to create your own cube where you have your own.
Look at that one. When did she do that? What's going on there? Look.
Own images. Now I just pop.
And look at this. In leather and kind of posing in leather with these guns, with these little zap guns. Was this for the beta convention, Kiki, was it? Oh, there was a bit. It was like they were going to show you something then, and it was like, oh, but too.
Popped on.
But we've got the power to rewind. You didn't anticipate on people being able to rewind in the future. Those are New Rock boots. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 buckles on them. Futuristic hot pants. A cowgirl jacket. The iconic Kiki Stockhammer red head, and then a gun as well on a futuristic silver bean bag.
Some different images.
And there she is again.
here.
And then, look, there was a professional one there. Ran out of photos, just threw something in from the CV.
Some
Let's go. We need to slow that down because these are going too fast here. Something not right about this.
different.
And look at that. It's a flapper, 1920s flapper style. Infamous Stockhammer. Never been seen before or done.
Images.
And look at this. Just one from the CV. Just to lend it a bit of a kind of a formal kind of veneer. But the veneer doesn't last very long because we're straight back into sci-fi beanbag. That's like an artist representation of Stockhammer. That's what happens when the stock gets hammered. When the final beta has been gizmoed out of it. And what's this? Here, look. This fucking thing. It's all symbolic of something that's it's very disturbing at the moment because we know that it's an infamous person. It's demonic. It's kind of satanic in its concept and its construction. In its execution, occultistic.
images.
And there again, this thing on the thing.
Called
I'm.
Cube.
It's just like show off. What you can
Okay, sorry, we need to get it. We
right?
need to hear what they're saying. Because it sounds really David Lynch. Just the lead up to this again, because look at the way he asked. Now you've done this cool little cube thing. I want to see this cube thing. He's seen the cube thing. He's pretending that he's never seen this cube thing of Kiki. And she's there as if butter wouldn't melt.
Out of time. You have a cube demo in which you do this.
You've got a little cube demo. Now, and look the way he's moving like this. Now you've got a little cube demo. So he knows about the cube. He's seen the cube. Sure, he probably fucking asked for the cube. He was probably the man who commissioned the cube. He probably was the one taking photographs of Kiki Stockhammer for the cube at the Gizmo convention for betas. Verbatim. And look at this. I've seen the thatch over the moon.
It's incredible 3D rotation that really seems sort of impossible to do on a plain old PC.
Well, basically it's the nerd in us, Stuart. Basically, we wanted to be able to show off the power that you have in your personal computer today. And again, this is not using any 3D accelerator card. PictureCube allows you to create your own cube where you have your own images. Now, I just popped on some different images here. This is called the Kiki Cube.
That's just like show off what you can do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
This is the Kiki Cube.
And you can have a really impressive screensaver now on your desktop if you want. Now I can also press a magical button here, the M key, and voila.
There's
not only
video.
can you have stills, but you can put video in there as well.
All right, Gizmo's 98 and...
Wow. Gizmo's 98. Look at this. The Kiki Cube that you can even put video in there. And she's done that.
Not only can you have
With video in
stills,
there.
but you can put video in there as
Wow.
well.
All right, Gizmo's 98
Wow.
and 25 apps and what, $50 or something like that?
Absolutely.
Very impressive, thank you. All right, that's our look at Windows 98, etc. I'll be back in just a minute with my pick of the week. Now for my pick of the week. These days, you've got to be connected to email no matter where you are. The problem is that usually means literally connected to something by a wire. It also means carrying around your laptop so you can access your email account. True, some people do email on palm tops and organizers, but that's not always a very practical thing to do. I have now found the ideal mobile email solution. It is this little pager-type
Wow.
device. This is a lot more than just a pager. It is
The
really
future.
a wireless mobile internet terminal.
And look, it's to Chris. Sorry, something it says. Chris, sorry. Oh, look, he's sending a message about a termination. Chris, sorry, but you need not apply. It's someone who has been rejected of their job interview or something, sent on 1998, September the 3rd.
Terminal that lets you receive and send full email.
Edit,
to
resend,
and
save,
email
close.
address. It can handle text messages up
Next.
to 2,700 words. As you can see, it comes with a complete QWERTY keyboard.
So he's killed. Somebody is being killed, or either somebody is being sacked or fired, or there's something going on. This is 2 years before 9/11. This is 3 years before 9/11. September 1998. Sorry, Fenwick. We've got something here. Look, Fenwick, Chris Fenwick, Fenwick. September the 2nd, 1998 to 99, 2000, 2001. 3 years and 9 days before 9/11 happened, the Terminator was commissioned to take out Chris Fenwick.
Little pager-type device. This is a lot more than just a pager.
Open
It
that
is really
message.
a wireless.
Fenwick, and we've got the email there. Look, Fenwick at BB Group, Big Brother Group, is it? BB, Big Beautiful, Big Busty, Big Brother, BBC, British Broadcasting Group.com. Get on that, guys. We need to find out what's going on. We've got a dox situation. I don't want to be doxing anyone, but it's not me that's done it. It's been Chief Stewart's doings.
Email.
And also look at the device, the RIM. It's called the RIM.
To and from any email address. It can handle text messages up to 2,700 words. As you can see, it comes with a complete QWERTY keyboard. Yes, the keys are tiny, but you're not typing a novel, just an email, and for that, it works just fine.
Chief, it's clipboard. I'd like to see that. Thanks very much for the tip. The tech really went downhill after 99. Thank you very much. And also to Luke David Murphy, the Stock Cubes and Gizmo Hammers, and Kinky Cock Hammer. Thanks very much for that tip there. Very, very kind of you, lads.
It also has this mouse-type device which lets you scroll through pages or menu items, and it has a button which lets you click on items to select them, and like a pager, it beeps whenever a new email arrives.
Luke David Murphy, thank you very much. I said that. Thank you very much again.
This device runs on one AA battery for up to 500 hours. That's almost a month.
I don't know. 500 hours on one AA sounds a bit sketchy to me.
To get into. It is called the RIM Interactive.
It's called the RIM. Tandem Felix, thank you very much, Tandem Felix. Kiki has a musical career. Look her up on Ask Jeeves. From Wiki, while working at Play Inc., Stockhammer joined a Star Trek themed band. I could see it. She'd fit into that Star Trek aesthetic. A band of other Play employees called Warp 11. Wow.
The pager, the hardware comes from a company called Research in Motion. The radio-based modem uses the
Research in Motion, guys. RIM.
Bell South Wireless Data Network. Coverage is available in about 90% of the country, and it is all digital. This little guy is really a problem solver. The device itself costs around $350. The service runs $25 a month.
Yeah, I'm sure it does, Chief. I'm sure it does. And you're going to say goodbye now, are you? Where are you going to go to your next beta convention with Stockhammer? Probably going to bring poor old fucking Kim Akers with you as well. Get her embroiled in some shit that she doesn't even need to be in. Some of these people. And we look back now and we can see, and we really can see what the cabal were all about.
That's it for this edition of The Chronicles. We'll be back again next week with more of the latest in hardware, software, and the internet. Thanks for joining us. I hope we'll see you here next time.
There he is playing with his little RIM.
The Computer Chronicles is made possible in part by
fucking disgusting.
Cybersmith, wired for fun and learning, with locations in Cambridge, Massachusetts, Palo Alto, California, and White Plains, New York. And by TechWeb, for up-to-the-minute technology news.
To purchase a videotape copy of today's program, call toll-free
20 quid!
888-310-7.
We've a number. We've got the whole 9 yards. We've a number. They're asking for $20 for that. Sorry about this. Captain Cabinet, thanks again. And Kiki, thank you very much. Computer Chronicles 241 Charleston Road, Mountain View, California. I bet you it's somewhere near Bohemian Grove. Somewhere fecked up like that. To be honest, I never knew this would... I was expecting a night of just light-hearted Compton's 3D World Atlas Deluxe. And now look at us. I'm an hour into it. We haven't even started. We haven't even played one piece of software. And I'm sickened by the shit that we've uncovered here with Computer Chronicles. And I'm on the fucking beer. It wasn't even meant to be like this. But that's what happens when you witness some of this dirt that you uncover. That whole Stockhammer thing has left a real dirty taste. Look up Warp 11. People telling us to look up The Cube. People telling us to look up Stockhammers. Kiki Stockhammer has a band, apparently. Research in Motion job. Thank you very much. We have a link that came in there from Stockhammer as forum. I'm just going to click on that now. SkateThePlanet.com reviews DVD. Public domain. Okay, skateboarding reviews. I don't know where that has anything to do with Stockhammer. Unless that's her with the fucking skateboards, is it? Oh my god. Whoa. Stockhammer has form. Stockhammer has form, guys. Wait till you see this. You're fucking not gonna believe this. It's insane. It's insane. I'll be back in a minute. I just need to crack open another can. And And that's not a euphemism. I really do need it. I want another can. Sorry, you can hear me. Welcome back, everybody, to Sunday night Stockhammer with me, Francis Higgins. It was meant to be a light-hearted look at Windows 98 software and the operating system, but it has got out of hand. Things have got out of hand very, very quickly. We delved into a video library of old Windows 98 kind of archive material. We found out a couple of naughty, nasty things involving a man called Chief Stewart. For all intents and purposes, this guy is a nice guy. Look at him there. He looks like you could trust him. But could you trust him? Could you trust that face? Maybe you could. What about this? What about this situation here? And look at Kim Akers. She's involved in it as well. She was really, really into Peanuts, the background desktop screensaver which you could use on Windows 98. She was mad into Peanuts. And look at the way she's looking at Chief there. She can. The thing with Chief is he's one of those kinds that has all the ladies drawn to him with his magnetic charm, charisma, and personality. Kim Akers was in awe of Chief Stewart, and she wanted to just show him her peanuts, but look at Stewart. He got really excited. He nearly exploded with pleasure when he got to walk over the studio, slowly and surely, to Kiki Stockhammer.
Stockhammer. Welcome, Kiki.
Hi, the infamous guys.
Show it to us as the infamous Kiki Stockhammer. Welcome, Kiki.
Hi,
the infamous Kiki Stockhammer. Yeah. And we know about Stockhammer now, don't we? We know what's gone on. And you know what? We were watching this on the fucking fly, as if Stockhammer wouldn't melt. Somebody has fucking blown the lid on this wide open. Stockhammer here presenting herself like it's some kind of just IT. She's an IT kind of gal, does all this IT stuff. Went a bit weird when she started showing us herself on a fucking... She started first off showing us rats, pretending to us that it was Blade Runner. Even he didn't understand that bit. Then she went on from rats to show us a birthday slideshow of herself. And then this spinning
I have
cube
a really impressive screensaver now on your desktop
called the
Kiki
Kiki cube, and look at the stuff
press
that was
a
on the
magical
Kiki
button
cube.
here, the M key,
And then
voila,
look, there's
not
a
only
video
can
on
you
it.
stills, but you can put video in there as well.
All right, Gizmos 98.
Gizmos 98. So then we had a little... I was just minding my own business, trying to get through this. Somebody has sent a message in saying Kiki Stockhammer has form. Wait till you see this. And thank you very much there, Captain Sack and Ricky. Here's money to make the international call. Thank you very much. We'll try and make that call after this, but I want to just show you this nugget of stuff that's just after coming through the pipeline. Where is it now? Okay, we can put that. Can we put that into the... No, we can't. We can't. How the fuck do we get that? Bear with me. I'm just trying to open this link. Open. HTML. Get rid of that. Copy. Fuck. Yeah. skatetheplanet.com. Dream. Now I thought, where's this? Where's Stockhammer? There's nothing here about Stockhammer. This is about skateboarding or something. I was thinking, is that Stockhammer? It's too small to see, but a quick scroll down. Look at this. Stockhammer. Stacy Peralta was also one of the first to jump into computer-based editing with NewTek's Video Toaster, originally available for the Amiga. Aside from the involved technical prowess, the real asset to the Video Toaster was its spokesmodel, Kiki Stockhammer. In the mid-90s, this little vixen would do demos at computer trade shows. And look, I've seen you. We've known the infamous Kiki Stockhammer. We've seen each other at the fucking the Beta Roadshow or something, the Gizmo Roadshow. It's fucked up.
Stockhammer, welcome, Kiki.
Hi, Stuart.
Now, some people have seen you and I looking at the beta version.
Some people have seen you and I looking at the beta version. What was he doing there? He's a married man. It's fucked up, man. Someone says in the chat, it was the Beta Cook Show. Patine says Master Beta. Gonzo, the Gonzo Roadshow, someone's saying. The beta version was her husband. Fucking hell. We need to go this. I'm scared of where this is going, lads. Look to the horizon. Stand proud. Look to the horizon. You've just done it. Step 6 of the 6-poor strategy. Stand proud. Look to the horizon and savor the victory. Have you seen that? Have you seen that on YouTube? There's a 6-part pour thing. There's a 6-part pour of the pint, and there's, or 7 or 8 part or something, and it gets to part 6, and your man goes, stand proud. Look to the horizon, like of the pint, as if the pint is the horizon, and he goes, savor the victory, or something like that. Yeah, maybe I'll just quick detour. We'll back to Stockhammer in a minute. I just want to show you this 6-part pour bollocks. It's a real great situation. Guinness pour. Here we go. It's beautiful. It's a master brewer. Guinness at home with master brewer Connor Williams.
Hi there, I'm Fergal Murray, the Guinness Master Brewer, and everybody deserves a pint of Guinness that looks like this. All Guinness adorers want 4 things. They want to go to a great pub. They want a bartender that doesn't disappoint, the opportunity to drink it with their eyes, and then the reward, that wonderful Guinness taste as it goes down the back of the tongue. To be a great bartender, you need to know the 6 steps to pour that perfect pint, because the Guinness adorer wants to see the magic. Now,
the Guinness adorer, Adora the Explorer, wants to see the magic of the pint. But wait till it gets to step 6. It's horrendous. It looks at the pint as if it's a work of art. I mean, it is a nice when you look at the cascade. Actually, I don't want to go back on what I'm saying here, but it's just the way he says stand proud and look to the horizon, as if you've just done like a day's work or something. You've poured a pint, mate. You've poured a pint.
pour the perfect pint, there's 6 steps. The first one is to take a nice clean branded glass.
It has to be branded, otherwise it doesn't work. It needs to say the logo on the front.
Use the Harp logo here as your target. The second step, which is the 45-degree angle, aim the spout for the back of the harp.
Spout for the back of the harp.
Third step, nice and slow, allow the liquid bounce off the back of the harp.
Bounce off.
You hear that sound. Keep the glass at an angle so the liquid comes to the bottom of the harp. Slowly straighten the glass, and the liquid comes to the top of the harp, you stop. Step 4.
Wait till you see step 6. Step 6 is the best.
Allow it to cascade and surge. Allow it to come in alive in front of the customer. They want to see this. They want to see it form. They want to see it settle. What is happening here is the nitrogen bubbles that are in solution are coming away from the beer. That one looks just about right. As you can see, the head is formed between the top and bottom of the harp, and the white logo has the Guinness behind it. So step 5, take it back, push the tap away. It opens it a little slower so the beer doesn't...
Look at the finger action on the tap there. It's insane. Look at that. He's using a combo of the middle, the index, and the ring.
It opens it a little slower so the beer doesn't come in at too high a speed. You create that perfectly domed pint. Present that.
Perfectly domed.
To your fantastic customer. Look him in the eye so he can
Look at it. It turns into a real sensual romantic. He wants you to look the other man in the eye. Look him in the eye.
Recognize you just crafted perfection. And step 6.
Here we go.
Standing proud, looking to the horizon, bringing that elbow up.
The elbow as well. And look at this bit. Look at the Connor Williams of this. That's a fucking... It looks tiny. The pint looks tiny. Or he looks massive or something. Stand proud. Look to the horizon. Bring the elbow up. Stand proud. Savor the dream.
You're going to take a quick sip, pull the liquid through under the head, and watch that flavor explode. Sweetness at the front, roastiness at the side, and bitterness as it goes down the back of the throat. Smooth, cascading.
Insane. It's insane. It's insane.
The perfect pint of Guinness.
There you go. Guinness with Connor Williams there on the Guinness website. You can check that out at your own leisure. Right now, though, what we've got is a little bit of Stockhammer, and we're going to go deep into I never saw this coming, guys. It was meant to be a fucking straightforward Windows 98 stream. It's turned into a real Stockhammer conspiracy. Even the name Stockhammer is just insane. Stockhammer. 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 Sorry, Stockhammer. 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 Kiki. Stockhammer. We have it here. All the evidence is here, in case you ever wanted it, about the Computer Chronicles' infamous Kiki Stockhammer. You thought it was going to be just a Windows 98 sojourn into an operating system. You got it wrong. It's turned into a fucking... Who knows what this is at the moment. Kiki Stockhammer, anyway. In the mid-90s, this little vixen would do demos. What? At computer trade shows, demonstrating features including the infamous transitional fade effect and the Kiki kick. The Kiki kick. The Kiki kick. We gotta see that kick. We need to find the kick. Luke David Murphy, thank you very much. Viperwave 98, thanks very much. And Stockhammer Syndrome. We're going deeper into the back of beyond here. Renowned on the Comdex trade show circuit, she made quips like, there's nothing more appealing than a technical guru in hot pants showing you how to use the latest and greatest technological breakthroughs. Stockhammer. Let's find Stockhammer there. We need a close-up of Stockhammer. There she is. Stockhammer. We repeat that track. She got rats. She's into rats as well. It's weird. Ratzinger. Stockhammer. 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 Viperwave. 98. Thank you very much. Let's have a little look here. We'll go back to the rats there. Some rats. It's weird shit, man. Let's go to the cube as well. There's the Kiki Cube. Weird shit, man. There we go. Currently, she's a singer-dancer. This is Kiki Stockhammer. Currently, she's a singer-dancer for a Star Trek-themed rock band. I guess the wealth from the tech sector ran dry in a hurry. What's that meant to mean? What kind of sordid, lewd, disgusting, double innuendo entendre thing is that? Public domain starts off with Peralta dragging out of bed and heading door on the screen. Okay, it's not Mike Vallely. This is a load of skateboarders. Kiki Stockhammer. Let's have a little look. We'll go deeper here and see if we can find any more about her. Kiki Stockhammer. Wow. There's a rake of stuff. Kiki at midnight. Wow. Kiki at midnight. Kiki Stockhammer, tech evangelist. Wow. Stockhammer. Look at this. Stockhammer. Kiki. She's on the trombone. Stockhammer. The lad from fucking The Offspring. Even The Offspring fucker. Look at the way she has the hand on his arm, look. Pretty fly for a white guy. Stockhammer. Sorry, I hope I'm not fucking breaking the mic. Anguish Panda, thanks very much. Aaron Brennan, thanks very much. Check Stockhammer Wikipedia. Thanks very much. Someone has edited the Wikipedia of Stockhammer. Should we look at that? I mean, it's too easy, isn't it? It's too easy to just edit a Wikipedia article. Warp 11. Look at this. Is that one of those parody fucking adult films? Wow. Stockhammer. Kiki. Stockhammer. Look at this lad. I just met Kiki Stockhammer at the Amiga 30 event. Harry McCracken. I don't know, lads. This is getting fucked up. This is weird. Stockhammer. Stockhammer. Bloody hell. Schlugs Owlbuck, thanks so much. Who's that fucking demon? He's dodgy, that lad. We need to You want to watch out for him, Stockhammer. He's dodge. TriCasters. The fuck is TriCasters? Stockhammer. 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 What's that about, look? I don't want to go to heaven as long as they have Vulcans in Hell, an album. Warp 11. Let's have a look at Warp 11. We have a video of Stockhammer. We have a video of Stockhammer. This is not a drill. We have a video of Stockhammer that isn't the one that we've seen already.
Hello everyone and welcome to the NewTek TriCaster 850 Extreme webcast. I'm Kiki Stockhammer.
Whoa,
and with me
how many, what was that? The TriCaster 850 Extreme webcast. Is that the lad that said FAT32 in the fucking thing? Is that the lad who went FAT32 back in Windows 98? Because if it is, then all the pieces are coming together. And I also, it kind of makes me think I need to rebrand and rename the stream something cool like NewTek TriCaster 850 Extreme rather than just Francis Higgins Stream.
Hello everyone and welcome to the NewTek TriCaster 850 Extreme webcast. I'm Kiki Stockhammer and with me today is none other than Don Balance. Today we're going to be sharing with you some of the powerful new
Don Balance
to the NewTek TriCaster 850 Extreme webcast. I'm Kiki Stockhammer and with me today is none other than Don Balance. Today we're going to be sharing with you some of the powerful new capabilities of the TriCaster 850 Extreme with ISO quarter technology.
That's right, Kiki, and we're also going to take a listen to some NewTek customers and hear what they have to say about
fucking Don Balance. His name is Don Balance. So the original guy who said FAT32.
how the 850 Extreme has changed the way they produce and deliver their video productions.
Most definitely. The TriCaster 850 Extreme is a revolutionary new production platform that makes multi-camera live production easier than ever.
You know, it boasts a lot of new
What year
features
was
like
this?
the ISO
2011. What's Stockhammer doing now? Stockhammer, look at this. People are on to people. Kiki Stockhammer says Amos Nanu. Don't know if you can see this, guys. We need to. Let me just see if we can bump up this screen here. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Someone's like, Stockhammer, I knew it was you. There he is, look. Stockhammer. Amos Nanu. Kiki Stockhammer, exclamation mark. She reminds me of the good old Amiga days. Where can I buy the virtual editor TriCaster demo NewTek? Who cares? Let's have a look. Kiki rocks my world, says Richard Vilgas. And then Dave Triplet says, oh yeah, Kiki brought me here. And then 2 parentheses, close brackets, but there was no opening bracket. And he's also put 2 apostrophes after the oh yeah. It's fucking weird, man. And then he's back again. Richard Vilgas. Ew, Glenn Beck uses a TriCaster. I'd hide in shame. I don't know what a TriCaster is. Look at that though. Look at this. There's another video of the Chief. Just have a quick look at the Chief video there.
This is a tube. Once upon a time when your radio broke down, you would take one of these out of the back. Take it down to a store like this called a Radio
Wow,
Shack.
it's a younger Chief as well. This is probably back in the day when he was going to the fucking beta convention with Stock Bubble.
Test it, buy a new one, and probably buy some other electronic junk while you were here. But nowadays, you're just as likely to walk out of a Radio Shack store carrying computer software or a
$12.99 for that yoke. Fucking hell. The power that you can get for that price nowadays, 20 megahertz, 85 megabyte hard drive. Sure, a film would be 700 at the very least, and you're talking not even full HD. Film would be 700 megabytes. 85 megabyte hard drive.
86 PC for from the Model 1 to the Model 100, from the color computer to the new multimedia PCs, Tandy, Radio Shack has played a significant role in the growth of personal computers.
Skip on there.
Give us an idea what they can do.
Sure, these are actually...
Wow, and we can get some... Look at the lighting. Some amazing lighting on that. It's beautiful. It's a traditional thatched cottage.
Here utilizing a touch
Okay, now this is,
screen.
you're touch screening now, yeah.
That's right, a touch screen, which is an optional extra to the MPC. And here is an information kiosk, electronic
Jesus,
catalog.
thank you very much, my friend. You can smash windows with a hammer. Stock can be checked. Stock hammer. The rabbit hole deepens maybe. Well, I mean, we've hit on something here tonight. I'm glad you were here to witness it. You wouldn't really have believed it if we'd have said to you afterwards what it was.
Shack stores. Let's say, for example, you want to look at the antennas, and you can just select there. And I happen to be interested in the cordless phone antenna,
and he's interested in the phone, and he's interested in the touchscreen as well. And look at that for a real sensual mullet. It's a magnificent hairstyle which never really looked okay by all those who adorned it and worshipped it. It's grandeur. And look at the state. It's an insane concept. How did it happen? And how did they not know at the time? It was a different age, a different time, but by God.
...to the field and solving service problems, but there's another
and
whole
that's
area
Richard.
that,
I thought for a second my head was in the ray. I thought his name was Chard Landry. Thank God it wasn't Chard, because that would have made things even more insane. His name is Richard Landry of MPC World.
Relates to people going out into the field and selling to other people. Presentations, the presentations...
So the ability to have the whole multimedia package in your briefcase.
Sure, and the presentations market right now, making slides and the like.
And look, you can see the tiny patch there.
Like is close to a $5 billion market. These kinds of things can allow somebody to whip up a presentation in no time fast and bring it right out to a client.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, Michael. Let's get back. So what else?
What was that about? Look at the thatch. It's fucking amazing. Look, what was the little tap on the nose? Was that a signal?
What else would you show me in this?
Well,
I mean, how about, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, Michael. Let's get back. So
look
what
at that.
Else?
He goes like this. Yeah, I'm sorry, Michael. I'm sorry. Thinking we won't recognize what's going on. There's something fucking going on, man. I'm just gonna check the windows for a moment. We're okay. Big fucking spooked. I'm a little bit spooked out by what's going on here. We haven't even gotten to Windows 98. We're just stuck in this fucking stock hammer situation. Gonna have an Activia here and see how we get on.
What else would you show me in this?
What the fuck was that about, man? That little tap of the cheek, little touch of the cheek.
Bring it right out to a client.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, Michael. Let's get back. So
Look
what
at
else?
that. Weird, man. And that is Cook's Corner Bar on Newcastle Road in Galway. Do you know the little crossroad? As you're going up to Shantla, or you can turn left to go to Salt Hill, or you can turn right to go up to Newcastle. And there's Cook's Corner Shop, and then the bar next to it is there. Right there.
What else would you show me in this? I mean, how about the multimedia? I haven't heard anybody sing yet out of this.
Sure. Well, this machine actually does have a headphone jack, so we do have limited multimedia capability. I'm going to put in another disc here.
Okay.
And this is a demonstration of an online catalog. What you can do here is actually order different components or parts. You can make a selection from a list of different things that you like, and that will print out an invoice that you can fax to the manufacturer. So let me load that up here.
This is a perfect example of a sales situation where you're actually in someone's office and making a sale.
And you've got your whole catalog with you on the CD-ROM.
That's right. And we're going to get some music here in a second.
Okay, just loading up now?
There's the music. And so you see that we do get a limited amount of multimedia functionality out of this machine.
Wow.
As we saw before, could you have the kind of thing we saw in the first segment on the Tandy machines with a training disc or something like that?
Sure. The difference
Wow, have you heard the chord progression in that? That's fucking beautiful. They've even mixed the audio there, so it's like they put the startup sound of that machine to the point where you kind of can't really hear Chief Thatcher's what he's saying. But listen to the chord progression of the tune, the little MIDI tune that's played here. It's beautiful. It's unparalleled, unprecedented, and we didn't even see this coming at the beginning of the night.
There's the music. And so you see that we do get a limited amount of multimedia functionality out of this machine.
Now, as we saw before, could you have the kind of thing we saw in the first segment on the Tandy machines with a training disc or something like that?
Sure. The difference between the two machines is that
there was no need to do that key change there. They could have kept it going, but let's just hear that key change once more.
Or something like that.
Sure. The difference between the two machines is the type of audio that they can produce. This produces Redbook audio, which is not quite up to the MPC standard.
Okay, right. All right, now if you can, I can ask you to shut this down for a second. Just take this box.
It's annoying. Can you stop it, please? Shut it down for a second. So this is pre-Kiki. This is 7 years before Kiki Stockhammer really fucking sent the stock market into a spiral, should we say, with her antics on the Cube, and with the rats, and with the birthday message for her mother as well. Let's go back to the Stockhammer conspiracy here, because that's really what we were here for. It's not this.
ISO technology, allowing you to record up to 8 channels of high-def video
Hey,
all
look,
at once.
Todd Rundgren there. Do you see Todd Rundgren?
A lot of new features like the ISO technology, allowing you to record up to 8 channels of high.
Look, Todd Rundgren, has he got something to do with Kiki Stockhammer and the TriCaster 850 Extreme ISO corporate technology? There's something going on here. It's not right.
Video
I don't really understand
all at one
what's
time.
happening.
It also includes the Animation Store transitions,
Wow.
full-color motion graphic transitions with audio.
Wow.
There's also Apple AirPlay integrated into the TriCaster, allowing you to
Feck
send
off.
wirelessly pictures, video, and presentations from your iPad or your iPod right into the TriCaster production. A host of new audio enhancements, making it even easier to control all of the audio during the live production, and the new streaming configuration panel, making it very easy to
Chard Landry, thank you very much for your tip. And Francis Higgins,
stream and archive those streams during your live productions.
So true. There's an entire line of TriCaster models available from NewTek.
Okay, we're done with that.
Entertainment.
Unless
So
Stockhammer-
TriCaster was used to stream the president's town hall meeting on Facebook.
You know, I saw that, and it was really interesting to see the president stream.
Rubbish.
Again, you can record.
And look, is that Todd Rundgren though, or is it someone pretending to be him?
Program out at full resolution and program out again at alternate resolutions, including a variety of high definition and standard definition video
we've gone too
resolutions
far with that
available
one.
at different aspect ratios.
We've gone too far with that one.
You also have.
That's too far. That's too far. What the hell is that look? Fucking Stockhammer, what's she doing, man? She's got her face, like someone's sucked her face into a fucking suck hammer. into like a ring light, a ring LED ring light stock sucker. And now there's different kind of Stockhammer animations. This is like the Cube. This is the new version of the Stockhammer Cube. It's a fucking squeezy kiss. Who are these guys? They're all getting involved in it as well, like because they know Stockhammer is involved, so they want to be in there when the shit goes down. And look, Stockhammer showing off the bling, but it's not. Is that real? Are they real diamonds? And yeah, it's all fucking going on for Stockhammer. Someone's saying Kiki Toaster vid is class. We're gonna get onto that now in a moment. But I mean, I'm enjoying the fact that you can zoom in on this really far. Is that a wedding ring? Is it? It's a big chunk of ice. How many carats in that stock ring you got there, Hammer? Yeah, Hammer. Have you any rings in stock? A bit of a cut on the finger there. You'd want to watch out. You'd want to watch out, stock hammer. If you have a cut on the finger, that could let in something. If you're playing around in dirty water or something. Stock hammer. It's up close and personal with Stock Hammer. Who's that lad in the background with a camera, a massive telephoto look? What's he doing? While Stock Hammer is doing all this business, he's just playing with his lens in the background. Fucking sick. And that's the little slice on the finger there. Dodgy enough. You'd want to watch out, man. You'd want to watch out. Stock Hammer. Stock Hammer, man. Where is the toaster vid? So we'll have a look. We'll stick that on. Now we've got a massive collage of stock. Any more Stock Hammer? Look at this sick shit. This is the kind of stuff that Stock Hammer is doing. She's hanging out with these guys. Weird, man. There are a couple of Stock Hammers there. Look. They want to get in on the fucking stock, but they can't because they'll never be as good as the Stock Hammer. She's trying to go full stock there, but she's hammered it. She's fucking hammered it, man. She's hammered it. We'll get out of this anyway. This is fucking weird. Any more of that stuff before we go? So look at these weirdos, man. Fucking weirdos. Who's that there? Look at this fucking lad here, look. Look at him. Fucking Stock Hammer. Look at the nose there, man. Right, okay, let's have a look now. We'll see if we can have a look at the toaster vid. Kiki, is it Kiki Toaster, is it? I'm just going to put Kiki Toaster. Video toaster Kiki. Wow, look at this. There's an older video of Kiki, 1991. We're just after seeing a video of Stuart from 1991. Long before Kiki Stock Hammer at the scene. And now we've got a video of her here. Wow, there's a 30-minute Kiki Stock. Wow. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Lunar Sky, thanks very much. Stock Hammer vibes only, you say there.
Every transition.
Sorry, that could be a bit loud. And Garrett, thanks very much, Garrett. You sent a video on a Stock Hammer as well. We'll have a look at that.
Digital effect. Graphic. Title. And animation. You're about to see. Was created entirely with the video toaster. From New Tech.
So it's a bit loud. Sorry about that. Stock Hammer.
Remember how it used to be?
Stock Hammer.
In science, they call it a paradigm shift. A paradigm. Oh, what's that? One historical moment. The sun revolves around the Earth.
Stock Hammer.
The next moment. Enter Copernicus. Wasn't he Polish? And voila! Same as Chopin. The Earth revolves around the sun.
This is bollocks, man. Where's the stock, man? There's no stock. Here she is, the Stock Hammer.
Video just like the networks. There's the 4-input switcher. Look what it can do. It's the world's most advanced production switcher. Any switcher lets you perform cuts, dissolves, and wipes between video sources, but the toaster lets you do organic wipes that you won't see anywhere else. And there's digital video effects. Digital video effects. Before the toaster
like
came
in
along.
The Simpsons where they say speedway. Digital video. Stock Hammer in art form. This is rubbish, but there's another 30-minute Stock Hammer video. That was crap. That was absolute crap. Now what we've got here is FX Grabs 3 tape, video toaster, Kiki effects, raw footage studio shoot. only had 810 views, uploaded 4 months ago, which is funny enough because it looks like it was made in 1991. So someone has got a real Kiki buzz going, and they've gone full fucking stock camera on it and uploaded the whole reel. This is some rare raw footage, RRF, from one of the later Video Toaster silhouette effects video shoots. Likely this shoot was for the V2O, the video we've just seen. So it was meant to use this. So this was Kiki Stockhammer back in the day, going fucking hammer, Stockhammer and Waterman. Full stock hammer. 1991, look, we're in it. We're in here. We're into the fucking mix. As far as I know, there are 3 sessions here, but most likely the same year. Sessions! Filmed in an apartment, in a loft apartment in downtown Topeka. Where the fuck is Topeka? Where is Topeka? Whoa. Topeka Zoo. There's a zoo there. It's in Kansas. Fucking hell. That's fucking madness, isn't it? That's fucking Wizard of Oz stuff. FX grabs 328 likes, 1 dislike. Let's have a look here. 60 frames. That looked like it was 60 frames. It is. We're in for a treat. Stockhammer. It's insane. It's pure Stockhammer. Thanks very much. Stockhammer your mother. Stockhammered your mother. You Stockhammered your Kiki. Any Warp 11 going? Why did she not discuss her well-paid employment with the chief?
Try this with a skirt.
Who's that? Who's on the camera there going, try this with the skirt? Try that with the skirt, man.
Grab it further back so that it flaps up more.
It's sick.
Fuck. Now that last one you did with the high stepping, what is it? The skirt's kind of bunching up a bit. I'm not sure quite what to do about that. Hold it up. Hold it more like this. Try that. Yeah, that's like the Moulin Rouge, you know. Do that with the high stepping bit, you know. It's like the
Okay, sorry, I just have to nip to the loo there. I'll leave you with Kiki Stockhammer for a moment.
Let's maybe try just one, just kind of straight walk. Remember that one walk that you did that was accidental? I liked the movement of it. It was starting closer to the camera. You know, it's like starting up, like right where your shoes are, and then going towards the light stand over there. Okay, try it the other way. Now come back this way and like keep your head up a little bit more as you walk. Okay, walk from there back this way. Okay. Well,
What's going on there? Tape has gone off.
oh, that's neat.
Oh, that's neat, is it? Stockhammer.
Okay. Okay, now.
Fucking hell, man. I don't know if we can watch it.
Get a little of your
I don't
butt
know
in
about this.
Okay.
Where the fuck is this going? Huh? Surely there was no need for half an hour of this. The fella with the fella behind the camera, he's fucked. He's fucked. And to upload, I bet you he didn't upload this. Someone got a hold of it and is like, I'm gonna make that fucker look like a cunt, because he shot half an hour of her fucking dancing around, getting her arse out and all this, and nobody, and he's kept the footage. I bet you your man went on, or he probably had a wife at the time or something, and then he broke up with the wife. The wife found the tape of Stockhammer, and she's uploaded it to really make him look like a tit. And it does make him look like a tit because he's there going, yeah, that's neat. That's good. Do that again. Do that with a skirt. That's what I'm thinking this is. Antonio Proler says he said try bouncing up and down. I missed that. I must have been out the jacks. Green Hands Kelly asks, was Weinstein involved? And it's funny you should ask that, Green Hands Kelly, because we go back to fucking Stockhammer and Waterman, the fucking Hit Parade, Hit Factory. There's Stockhammer there in one of those suction cups. We found that there's that fucking video now. There was a fella called Weinstein in it. Look at all this Stockhammer stuff. It's crazy, isn't it? It's a Stockhammer world, man. Kiki at midnight. Oh, we've lost it now. Sorry, it's just kind of come up there now that what is it? Windows 98. Windows 98. That you say Weinstein, but we already had a Weinstein in the video with Kiki Stockhammer. Do you know what I mean? But he didn't look like he was related to Harvey Weinstein. He didn't have that kind of Shrek kind of face. Computer Chronicles. Computer. Or just put Chronicles. Fuck. Chronicles. What a weird fucking vibe, man. I just wanted to play the games on Windows 98, but now we've, look. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weinstein. Let's have a look. Weinstein. So there was this guy, and he wasn't. Oh yeah, Yuri Weinstein. Look, was Weinstein involved? Well, you fucking bet your bottom dollar, Kelly, that he was involved.
And have them on separate monitors. So I don't have to have, press.
Where's the nameplate?
Tab and switch in
Computers, multiple
picture. I can.
There, look. Weinstein was involved. Yuri Weinstein. Do you like Stockhammer? Thanks very much. Thanks very much for the tip. He was. There he goes. Was it Kiki's World and we're lucky enough to be in it? It is. This guy had all the free upgrades from Kiki. We're getting messages here to go to the timestamp of 26 minutes 30 seconds on the Kiki Stockhammer video. I'm scared, lads, of what we'll see there. Is it going to be another bit of arse, or what is it? Is it going to make me look like I'm in the fucking Kiki bubble? I don't want to get trapped out here by these fucking Kiki cunts. Because if they come after me then saying, look, you're just as fucking Stockhammered as us. You were up all night on Sunday at 1 a.m. looking at Stockhammer, taking tips off lads in the chat saying 26:30 timestamp, looking at the fucking stock stamp at the time video. I beyond comprehension at this stage.
Do those things again. That one where you were kind of like, there you go. Now I needed to fill more of the screen, so I'm going to zoom in down just a little bit more, like that. Okay, try that again.
DJ VD. That's it for Planet Q tonight. I will see you tomorrow, bright and early, 8 p.m. I'm out of here. Beam me up, Scotty.
Is there a vibe of like fucking just? There's a weird vibe. It's like a dark kind of.
Okay, now try and keep your legs more straight during the 45-degree where it's touching.
We're gonna move on from there. He does that for 10 minutes, man.
Okay.
He does that for fucking 10 minutes. Look, we're on to 9 minutes now.
That's wait. Okay, hang on. Now sit up. Okay, here's what we can do. Sit up and then roll forward. Okay, hang on.
Hey, look. It's Brock from the fucking Stream Upgrade video. Imagine that was Stockhammer as well. She had some form. Let's skip to 26 anyway. This is what everyone was telling us to do. We're going to play it from a little bit before 26. Look at this. Play it from there. Look at this, look. Just that static on the fucking tape. It's just, it's seedy, like. We've something coming up here. People have been telling us to look at it. Hopefully it's not going to land us in any trouble. But I mean, if that video is on YouTube, it can't be anything bad. What? Stock camera on toast. Thanks very much. What the fuck, man? Wow. Like, sorry, before we even go on there, even if you really wanted to make an edit of something that was just a bit sinister, you wouldn't be able to think of this. You wouldn't be able to come up with the variety of images, the aesthetic, the VHS aesthetic, the 4:3 frame. And then you've got it all. And you've got just the ambient sound in the background, just nothing. Why? I'm thinking, what's Kiki Stockhammer doing during this? Is she just sitting off camera watching him flick through the channels? This is... I'm gonna have to use this for something.
Get the images? Yeah, have the date on the fucking camera and read it after you do it.
So you want that?
Stuff in between channels, yeah.
Like that?
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be a good one.
It's best if you go like the turn on like it goes this now, isn't it?
Wanna go really fast?
Like that. See, that would be good because we're going.
Right, that was good. That was very fair. Alright, I think I got enough.
Bar homosexual activity. What the fuck, man? End no questions. End witch hunts. Bar homosexual activity. Permit gays to admit homosexuality. The world today. Where the fuck is Kiki? Where the fuck is Kiki? Okay, that goes on. Someone was telling me to go to 2630 and it's just, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. For Kiki Stockhammer. Okay, I'm done with that. I think I'm done with Kiki Stockhammer as well. And I don't even know if I can continue with the with Windows. Whoa. Look at this now. Is Kiki flying through the air or something?
Every transition, digital effect, graphic. Luminance keyer. What does that do? The Luminance keyer lets you insert one video source over another, like a person on camera over a toaster paint graphic, or even over live video. Is she in Kansas or what? Where else? And there's a character generator. What does that do? Well, you've seen how they use it on the news. Names, titles, information printed on the screen. It can do that beautifully. There's a character generator built into every toaster.
Stockhammer.
In this TDL profile, we talk to Carl Miller and Kiki Stockhammer from the Star Trek tribute band Warp 11. Welcome. Thank you for beaming down. I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's all right.
Just use
We'll let it
rubber
slide.
bands on your fingers.
Yeah, that's what our
Might hurt.
guitarist does, because he can't do it either.
So tell us a little bit about how did the band start? Where did this come from?
Well, you know, the four of us.
Fucking Stackhammer. I don't want to listen to any of that. Fuck. This is Warp 11. This is the band that she's in. She's in a Star Trek band, like a tribute band. Like Stockhammer. Look at that. There's another video with your man. Let's just have a little bit more Chief, and then we'll go into the Stock.
See you.
Pleasure to be here with you.
Stuart,
He's been interviewed, and it's nowadays. 2013. 9 years ago. Was it 8 years? What year? What year is it? 2020. 7 years, is it?
I mean, we'd actually worked together for HP for
Long
a while.
time ago.
Long time ago. Just like a road tour, road show.
Right.
But I probably didn't tell you then. I was probably too shy to tell you. What
Imagine, I thought it feels like he's going to say something. I didn't want to tell you then. I was probably too shy to tell you that I loved you, Stuart. Just listen to it here. I know he's not gonna say that, but listen.
The inspiration for everything I do and did at Tech TV, Stuart Chaffee is here. He started the earliest and longest running computer television show, I'm sure, Computer Chronicles.
20 years worth.
It is such an honor. It's such a pleasure to see you.
Pleasure to be here with you.
Stuart, remind me.
Sorry, before we go on to him, just about to profess his love to Stuart. He says Stuart is his inspiration for everything that he's ever done. Listen.
Me, our guest, and you in the chat room. So if you're watching live, get your questions ready, because we have a true legend in studio with us today. In fact, really the inspiration for everything I do.
The inspiration for everything I do. Stuart Chaffee.
And did at Tech TV. Stuart Chaffee is here. He started the earliest and longest running computer television show, I'm sure.
Who the fuck is that, lad? Look at this fella in the back. Triangulation. Leo Laporte. And why has he got this on his fucking MacBook? He's got a Thunderbolt that goes to HDMI. And what, has Chaffee got any socks on? Chaffee's got an iPad on a fucking tablet holder and a stylus. Listen to this now. It sounds like he's gonna say, I was too embarrassed to tell you at the time, and I didn't want to say it, but I loved you. All right, I love you, Stuart.
Chronicles.
20 years worth.
It is such an honor.
20 years
It's such a
worth.
pleasure to see you.
Pleasure to be here with you.
Stuart, remind me, we'd actually worked together for HP for
Long
a while.
time ago.
Long time ago. Just like a road tour, road show.
A little road tour. Hey, we had a little road tour together. Me and you. We had Kiki. She was running up and down that bus. You remember we had Stuart Laporte in the back? We had Laporte filming everything, a silhouette of Kiki, and me and you. We were just watching. Remember that, Chaffee? I was too embarrassed to tell you at the time. But I loved you, Stuart. That's where it's going.
I probably didn't tell you then. I was probably too shy to tell you. What a huge impression.
I'm glad he said impression. I'm glad he said impression. Too shy to tell you what a huge...
I probably didn't tell you then. I was probably too shy to tell you. What a huge impression you made on me. And by the way, everybody who I've mentioned to that you're going to be on the show. When did you start Chronicles?
Started as a local show in 1981, just in the Bay Area.
We were talking about that, KCSM.
At KCSM, the local PBS station in the Silicon Valley
But
area.
you were not, were you a geek? Were you?
I was a geek. I was an average geek. I mean, not
Were
a
you a
coder geek, but a
But
user.
anybody in the Silicon Valley at that time, and I was too, I was in San Jose,
right.
felt the buzz.
Absolutely.
You knew that something was happening.
Well, if you want to hear the history of the starting
Yeah.
of the show, it's really interesting
hear
because it
how
was sort of
Stock
viral
Hammer
before
got
anybody had
a
ever heard of
start?
that word. So the idea at the time, of course, back in the early 80s when personal computers were just coming out, there was no information infrastructure. There was no web yet.
No.
There were no magazines.
It was user groups pretty much.
Exactly. So I would go to these user group meetings and see 60 guys sitting around in a basement somewhere, and 100 different houses around the Bay Area. And I said, wait a minute, why not televise a users group meeting? Have 1 million people watch it instead of 100 guys.
You know, it's so funny because that's exactly what I say when I do my radio show. This is a user group. You don't know what a user group is, but that's what we're doing.
That was the genesis of the show. We said, why don't we do a live users group? So we got Jim Warren to come in, who did the West Coast Computer Fair, as you recall.
He used to ride around the West Coast Computer Fair on roller skates.
Right.
He's quite the legend. Was quite the legend.
And all his buddies. It was a live show every Thursday night from 8 to 9.
Now you didn't host it.
I
out of
didn't
the
host it in
box.
the first year.
You were the
I produced
station
it.
manager.
I was the manager of the station, so I was able to say, hey, let's do it. I didn't have to ask anybody.
Right.
So I said, let's do this show.
So this is because you had a passion for this stuff.
I had a passion. I thought there was a need.
And there was a need.
There was a need. I mean, the
This
users
was in
group-
the era when software was coming in baggies. And
Oh,
if you got a manual,
boards
it was
in the thing, and
Xeroxed.
open up the lid.
Yeah.
I mean,
Software
nobody could
used
figure
to
out
come
anything.
out
As I
in
say, there was no
baggies.
place to find the answers except users groups.
Now,
do it.
archive.org has.
Remember, we used to be hanging about 20, 40 guys in a basement. Remember that shit? Back in the early 90s, the late 80s. Used to have Kiki running around. Remember that shit, right? I never could tell you, Stuart. I never could tell you how big of an impression you made on me. Stuart Chaffee. Stuart Chaffee. You turn up, 40 of us. We'd be stuck in a basement, 40 of us guys. Stuart Chaffee would turn up with a baggie of software. And Kiki Stockhammer. Remember that Stockhammer? Stuart, you damn right you remember it. Congratulations, Stuart Chaffee. You got a Stockhammer. Where is she? We seen the video.
That's exactly what I say when I do my radio show. This is a user group. You don't know what a user group is, but that's what we're doing.
Where's the user group,
Why
Chaffee?
don't we do a live users group? So we got Jim Warren to come in, who did the West Coast Computer Fair, as you recall.
West Coast Computer Fair. Remember that shit? 40 of us wise guys just sitting around the basement with our little baggies. And you come in there with Kiki, and you whip out a little baggie and start filming. Remember
He
that?
used to ride around the West Coast Computer Fair on roller skates.
Right.
He's quite the legend.
Remember Kiki would come out on roller skates? Goddamn right you remember that shit. I'm in my Chaffee, thanks so much.
And all his buddies. It was a live show every Thursday night from 8 to 9.
Now you didn't host it.
I
out of
didn't
the
host it in
box.
the first year.
You were the
I produced
station
it.
manager.
I was the manager of the station, so I was able to say, hey, let's do it. I didn't have to ask anybody.
Right.
So I said, let's do this show.
So this is because you had a passion for this stuff.
I had a passion. I thought there was a need.
And there was a need.
There was a need. I mean,
this was in the era when
We had
software
need
was coming in
back then,
baggies,
right?
And
Oh,
if you got a manual,
boards
it was
in the thing, and
Xeroxed.
open up the lid.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody could figure out anything. As I said, there was no place to find the answers except users groups.
Now,
Remember that user group we used to be in, Chaffee, me and you and Kiki? We used to be writing our little messages on bulletin boards. BBS, right? Am I right? Remember we used to do that little Kiki dance? Ba, sa ba, ba ra ba da ba da cha, ba la, ba ra ba 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 ba.
Archive.org has all 20 years of the computer articles, Computer Chronicles,
Right.
and it's amazing because you could do it by keyword. Do they have the first episode on here, I wonder?
I believe they do.
Night from 1981 with Jim
Wow.
Warren. Let's.
No, we did the local ones. We
D22 BC. Thanks very much, baby.
were never archived, unfortunately.
Well, this is from 1983.
I mean, they were live. Those first ones were live.
Mainframe, 1984, the Winnebago Betas. Do you remember those Winnebago Betas? Me, you, and Kiki got involved in some freaky shit. 40 guys in a basement with their bags.
There was nobody recording
We didn't
it.
even record them at the time. They were just live shows.
There it is, KCSM San Mateo. And I
That's the
like the
first
high
one.
quality CG that you were using.
Well, it's 30-some years ago now.
It's fun, 30 years doesn't seem that long. And
It's
yet,
long. In
boy, a
fact,
lot
it's
has
long.
changed.
Hey, I remember that shit. Doesn't seem that long ago, but I remember everything. The images are seared into my retina. It's time you started talking, Shafay. 'Cause we got all the computer chronicles. District Attorney has them all too, and we've seen them. And it's time to go, Shafay. Where is he? Where's Kiki?
Yeah, the capabilities and so forth.
Yeah.
So
You're going away for a long time, Shafay.
I encourage people to go to archive.org.
Whoop.
Should we see a little bit of
The
it
old
here?
countdown?
Let me, you know what, I have to get
The
the
old
audio coming out of
countdown,
the,
oh, the 3, 2, 1. The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember that? We used to do that little countdown.
capabilities and so
Absolutely,
forth.
yeah.
So I encourage people to go to archive.org.
Whoop.
Should we see a little bit of
The
it
old
here?
countdown?
Hey, something slipped in there, a little frame. You didn't like that, Shafay? How about that thatched cottage you got on your barnacle?
Let me, you know what, I have to get the audio coming out of the right
Okay.
port here. Let me
A
press
gug in a cup. Thanks so much, baby.
my option key so we can see this. You should be able to hear it now, John. There we go.
Weird shit. You're into Masonic weird shit, right? Here we go. We got it right here. 9, 5, 3, 2, 1. Pictures of the
Okay. Port
fucking
here.
Indian dudes.
Let me press
playing
my
with the-
option key so we can see
What's
this.
that? A shitty abacus? A kind of abacus?
You should be able to hear it now, John. There we go.
Weird stuff.
Yeah, this was the old original opening.
Was this local still in 1983?
No, this is national. This
was
one
now
national.
PBS.
Yeah, this one national actually in January of '83.
The evolution of the computer with Stuart Sheffy. Stewie Sheffy. Remember we used to call you Stewie back in the day? You used to love that, Stewie. You used to love that shit.
And this is what information technology looked like then. What's
Yeah.
nice is how high quality this is. There's a lot of computer chronicles on YouTube. It's not this good quality. This is nice.
Well, it's all pirated stuff. So.
This is not. This is
no,
legit.
the archive is the real stuff. Yeah. And I'll tell you the story of how we got them all in archive. Because it's pretty
Oh, you
interesting.
got them all. Ben Ross and Sienna, thank you very much. Can you congratulate Ben on his new son? I can't. Congratulations, Mr. Ben. You got a son.
Yes, this is.
Is it Jim Warren still on this?
No, this is me. This is the first of the national episodes. and I cringe when I look at
and the
myself.
guy
in the
next
very-
to you-
in the
Whoa,
very first show.
hey, and there we go. Cook's Corner, Newcastle Road, Galway City, County Galway. You're heading up that road to Shantler from town, from Dominic Street. You go up Dominic Street, you go up to Shantler, and you turn left to go to Salt Hill, or you carry on up to Shantler, or you can turn right, and you can go to Cook's Thatched Bar. And we can hang out all day there. Remember, we used to hang out down at Cook's Thatch Cottage Bar. That's where you got. That's where you got the idea for the thatch. That's where you got the idea for the thatch, Shafay. And don't make me beat it out of you.
Exactly the same.
Yeah,
sir.
right.
And the guy next to you, wait a minute, we got to pause it here, is...
Gary?
Oh, if it isn't Gary Kildall.
It's legendary. Gary
betcha.
Kildall
You
of DR Research.
DRI, Digital
He
Research Incorporated.
created DR DOS, which was a competitor
Well,
to
CPM,
Microsoft's DOS.
CPM.
He wrote CPM.
Right.
How did you get him on the show? I mean, this guy is
Yep.
not an entertainer,
No.
not a presenter. He's
a great, well,
a geek.
Actually, when we found the local show was very successful, as interesting story too. We started as a local show,
right?
And even though there was no web at the time, there was
Move
still
on,
PBSs.
Shafee.
Oh yeah,
You're
there were
talking-
geeks all over the country.
You're doing a lot of yap there,
And I remember
Shafee.
watching Jim Warren do this show. I thought it was the best thing ever.
There's this users group thing that's on TV.
And you got a nice little glitter ball lava lamp in the background trying to distract us
So by answering the
from
phone,
what's really going on.
32 stations.
Is that it?
That's awesome.
And who's that Leo Laporte guy in the background? We don't know.
And
Tosh.
One of the fun early Mac shows we did was actually we did a HyperCard show when HyperCard was a big thing.
Hypercard.
Remember
did,
that?
Did Bill Atkinson come on and talk about
Hypercard. Boy, oh boy. Back with the Hypercard. Yeah, things got out of hand. You started playing that Hypercard, Shafee. Things got out of hand real fast. That's when Stockhammer came into town. You know what I'm talking about, Shafee. Yeah, you're a good man, right? Family man. What about Stockhammer? We know all there is to know, Shafee. We know about the Beta Convention. We know about Gizmo 98. We know about Gizmo 98, Shafee. You playing around with your little gizmos while Kiki Stockhammer danced around in heels. Load of betas just clicking the fingers. Oh, Kiki Stockhammer. Yo, Shafee, Stock, and Hammer, and Leo Laporte. Triangulation. Episode 114. Shoot Shafee, shoot Shafee. Those assholes went wild for you, Shafee. They loved you, man. And you fucking, you threw it all away. You pissed it all up a wall. For what? For Stockhammer?
Yes,
How
yes, exactly.
fun.
Exactly. There was actually a HyperCard magazine at the time. It was such a big deal.
Right.
Jan Lewis was on. She started this HyperCard.
Quinn,
magazine.
thanks so much.
Wendy Woods worked for you.
Wendy Woods worked for
a lot
us,
of great
absolutely.
people. So it's fun to see the guy who created CPM talk about the first Macintosh.
Well, there were some issues there too. You know, when we would bring in any sort of Microsoft product. Gary, wait a minute, I got to show my version of
Good
this.
for him. I like it.
And
I
Gary,
like
I mean, he did a lot of pioneering things. I still have the very first digital encyclopedia was on a Laserdisc made by a company Gary owned.
Really? No
Yeah.
kidding.
I still have it. It was fantastic.
And
very first encyclopedia on a disc. He has all that shit backed up on disc. I tell you, we had Compton's World Atlas Deluxe. We're gonna get into that. It's not gonna happen. Can you say hello to Luke from Jenna, please, Fontaine? Hey, Luke, how's it going, buddy? You got a son. Where's Jenna? Thanks so much.
Little did
Simply for
Britannica
Geeky
know, but that
Days.
was the beginning of the end
Yes,
for the
it was,
printed
exactly.
printed encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Here's the Macworld Expo, 1985, the very first Macworld Expo.
Right. Well, we had fun. We used to
Macworld
cover all the
Expo,
trade shows, Comdex,
1985.
Macworld.
And they were all in San Francisco then. You were
Well,
well
Boston
placed.
and San Francisco.
Macworld was in
yeah.
Boston. Yeah, that's
The
right.
Macworld traded
IL
between
100.
Boston and San
Right, right.
Francisco, and of course Comdex was in Vegas.
Wait. In some ways, it's very much the same. In other
Exactly.
ways, it's
You had the broads with the polished fingernails, clicking mouses. That was the thing about you, Shafee. You had all the broads wanting to click.
very different.
Since then, in fact.
What's interesting too, I'll tell you about this. We sort of have this collection of video. It turns out to be it's a collection of evidence. Right now, I've been
Pyramid of Peril. A 32-chapter powerhouse novella by Stuart Shafee, told in digital format, a first of its kind. You like to release those books on the computer screen, Shafee, right? You had all those broads clicking with their polished fingernails, their hands, and you were there, just watching, waiting. That's when you met Kiki. That's when Kiki came along, right? Ballymun Red. Thanks so much for the tip, Ballymun.
Right.
I've been deposed twice in the Apple Samsung suit
because of
we
prior
have,
art.
We
Yeah.
have products that were introduced that
Sure.
that belie what those two companies are saying
Right.
right
Yeah.
now
This
about
was
what they
introduced
intended.
many years before.
Right.
Well, in many ways, you were making a historical record. Did you know that at the time? Did you feel that?
No, I didn't, but I mean, obviously we were collecting all these things. That's how we ended up on archive.org. I mean, that's a good story
Right.
too. When I was doing the Internet Cafe show, we did a show on archive.org.
Do
I had
the
Brewster
Internet
Kahle on as a guest. I
Cafe
interviewed
show.
Brewster.
We were in the cafe with Chef A. Babu babu. Basim for Kiki babu. Stuart Chef A. He got that Mac world up in his head. And Kiki, she loved that shit. Couldn't say no. Couldn't say boo to a goose. You had the keys to the kingdom, Chef A, and you fucked it all away. Press play, please.
And after the show, we were just sitting around chatting. I said, Brewster, you're interested in all this archiving stuff. And he was doing websites. I knew it was the Wayback Machine.
Right. He did Waze, sold it for AOL for lots of money, created the Wayback
Exactly.
Machine. Yep.
So basically, it was websites. And he had a little bit of music on there.
Right.
And
He
it
had
was-
the IUMA, I think he bought. Yeah.
And I sat down, I said, I have this problem. I have this tremendous collection of the history of the personal computer industry on videotape.
This is history.
Sitting on shelves. Is there some way you'd be interested in putting that up on archive.org? He said, great idea. And we made a deal, and they actually paid for digitizing hundreds of hours of tape. And the show, as you can imagine over the years, was on 2-inch tape, 1-inch
That's
tape,
the thing
half-inch
about
tape.
Chef A, he had hundreds of hours of tape. He was mad about tape. I know he even had a 30-minute show reel of Kiki Stockhammer locked in a case up in the attic. Turns out when the feds raided the house, case was nowhere to be seen. Case closed.
You name
So it was in every format.
Yeah. So I mean,
Oh.
it was quite a job to digitize all of
And
those.
not
Well,
inexpensive.
I tell you something.
You know,
He was quite a job to digitize the Stockhammer footage, but he did it. Where's the footage, Chef A? It's up on YouTube now. You thought we were never going to find out what we did. The whole world's going to see what you were up to, Chef A.
we put them all up online.
Trying to pry the old screensaver
Threw
shows
them
out.
all up online. You heard that, right? You heard that.
I mean, it was quite a job to digitize all of
And
those.
not inexpensive.
You know,
we've
and
been
we
trying
put them
to
all up online.
trying to pry the
Threw
old
them
screens.
all up online. This shit has no end. T. Malone, thanks so much. The thing about you, Fontaine, is you got a son.
Saver shows out of NBC Universal
Yeah.
for kind of the same reason. I mean, it was only 6 years compared to your 25, but there was a period of time that was a historical record of.
Absolutely.
Here we go. This was the classic roundtable format where you'd have these guys in. This
Bob
is
Foster.
VP marketing
We had Bob Foster there, and we got more people there.
format where you'd have these guys.
He was the VP marketing at Telos. Remember that son of a bitch, Bob Foster? VP of marketing at Telos Software? Prod. Productions to you and me. Protestant. To other people in a specific region of the world.
Guys in. This is
Who's next?
VP marketing for Telos Software.
Well, this is.
Well. If it isn't Joanna Hoffman, Dustin's sister, the international marketing manager at Apple. One more thing about that Bob Hoffman son of a bitch.
Historical record of.
Absolutely.
Was it Bob Hoffman
here
there,
we go.
Fontaine?
This was the classic roundtable format where you'd have these guys.
Or was it Noel Edmonds? Shit, I'm expecting this mofo to phone a friend, phone the banker any moment. Noel's house party. Who's next, Mr. Blobby? You really went deep this time, Chef A.
Guys in. This is VP marketing for Telos Software.
Well, this is way back. Yeah, this is still season
Joanna
one.
was an early marketing manager at Apple.
Joanna
Season one
Hoffman.
or two, I can tell from the set.
And look at this. Who's this
Motorola
piece?
68,000, Intel 286, a half a meg.
It's that same son of a gun, Gary Kildall. The Huda Chronicles. Isn't that nice? Where's Stockhammer, Shafee? Hey, Shafee, we seen the videos. We seen the 30-minute raw and cut Stockhammer footage. We know it was you. We know it was you, Shafee. Hey, Shafee, I know it was you. You broke my heart, Shafee. You broke my heart.
Make a memory a sort of standard. We have high resolution graphics like the Macintosh, and it leads us to a whole new level of software where graphics is a very, very important part of the application. Joanna, what kind of
so we all
vision
had
did your
ties and
group
jackets
have in
when we
terms
started
of
this. Before we got into the the more geek look.
Got relaxed.
We changed the set a couple times, made it look more like a computer lab.
I liked it was always. Of course, this is fake, but it was looked like you were looking out over the Golden Gate Bridge in the San Francisco.
That's true.
Golden Gate Bridge.
We were in a TV studio.
You were in a TV.
San Francisco.
But I like it. It felt like, here we are somewhere in the... It certainly, what it did? It placed it in Silicon Valley, and I think that was pretty important, actually.
Well, that was one of our selling points. We were right in the valley.
You're there.
Access to all these people.
Yeah. I have to find, and I will find
listen to
the
this
John
guy,
C.
he's
Dvorak
licking
that's a
hoop.
classic
clip. I don't know if I can find it.
So when Nordic came...
Philip Seymour Boffman. Billip Remore Boffman.
Probably won't be too exciting if they go.
Well, were there surprises as you're going along? I mean, you're seeing
The Silicon Capital. Hey, thanks very much, Seamus and T. Malone. We're getting deeper inside the conspiracy here. Our young buck Francis had to take a hike. Said that the conspiracy was getting too dark for him. Needed Fontaine to come in and cast a weary eye over proceedings. That old guy Gary Guinness said he'd give me a boost too.
He reminds me of a show we did with Peter Norton. So when Nordic came out with the disc, whatever.
He reminds me of Ray Mears, the roly-poly survival man from BBC. And I tell you what else is crazy. Shutterstock images of squirrels.
There's even one image.
30% off Shutterstock squirrels.
Image has dozens of happy animals in it. You can also use their
dozens of happy animals.
Spectrum tool to narrow it down by color. So you can say, well, I have a purple palette. I need a purple happy squirrel. Photos, illustrations, vectors, videos. There's a separate tab.
Red
for
Tech
video
UK,
footage.
thanks so
Browse
much.
around, get the
UK
iPad app. I think you'll really like that. It's won on a Webby Award. It's just gorgeous. Once you create an account, you could save these images and videos to your Lightbox, share them with coworkers, colleagues, or just keep them for future reference. You can.
What's this got to do with Shafee, Fontaine? Shutterstock. You know that guy. Shutterstock. He got loads of images of people enjoying themselves in cars. Kids eating melons, mommies kissing their kids.
When you use our offer code, triangulation.
Fucked up. It's fucked up, Shafee.
For the month of August, the 8th month, Shutterstock.com. Love them. Was it hard to get advertisers in the early days?
Well, I like that transition. It was smooth. It was such a nice segue from selling the stock image website into the question to Shafee. I gotta tell you something. That son of a bitch Shafee, he thinks he's being questioned now. He hasn't been questioned. Wait until he's in an interview room with myself. That son of a bitch ain't gonna last 2 minutes.
Stock.com. Love them. Was it hard to get advertisers
What
in the...
a motherfucking liar. Shutterstock.com. Love them. Was it hard to get studio time with Kiki when you were filming her prancing around in her heels and that skirt? That's what he's saying there, right? Son of a bitch.
Stock.com. for the month of August, the 8th month. Shutterstock.com. Love them. Was it hard to get advertisers in the early days? Did people understand what you were doing?
It was very hard in the middle. At the beginning, it was very hard at the end. It was very easy in the middle.
In the middle, when it was booming.
Yeah, when it was booming, it was a piece of cake. I mean, people were...
Mary Honey 32, thanks so much for the tip. Very, very kind of you, Mary Honey. Very kind of you. And thank you. You got a son.
Knocking on the doors. So
Yeah.
that was the very beginning. This was such a new idea.
Right.
But fortunately, digital research came in. If you remember Byte magazine at the time?
Couldn't forget it.
Byte
Jerry
was a sponsor.
Pournelle and
exactly.
Chaos
Byte
Manor.
was a sponsor
Jerry
of digital research.
Pournelle, the
And
porn
believe it or
magnet.
not, the first sponsor was an English company nobody's ever heard of called Microfocus.
Microfocus. Jerry Pournelle, the porn magnet. Kiki Stockhammer. Stuart Chefé. At Chefé on Twitter.
I remember them, but only because of the ads on Computer
They
Chronicles.
were the very first, but they really
What did
made
they
it
do?
happen.
Microfocus.
They can, I forget what it was, but some
piece of shit company, some loser company from Limey Town. Remember that sponsor? Those pieces of shit, Microfocus. What did they do? I don't know. Who cares? They had the greenbacks. That's all I remember. Microfocus? What a bunch of jerks.
I remember them, but only because of the ads on Computer
they
Chronicles.
were the very first, but they really
What did
made
they
it
do?
happen.
Microfocus.
They can, I forget what it was, but some.
And there we have the classic Stewie Chefé two-finger cheek rub, because he knows that he can't release any classified information about microfuckers. So he rubs the cheek.
What did they do? Microfocus.
They can...
Look, what did they do? I forget now. Son of a bitch. He knows damn well what they did.
They can, I forget what it was, but some mini...
Money well spent.
some software written for minis they could translate into PC software.
There you go.
That's
It was an interim play, so
Yeah.
they're not around.
So they were the first ones.
They're not around anymore. Luke Murphy, thanks so much for the tip.
After that, I mean, we had HP, we had
Sure.
Intel, we had all the big...
Well, there was no competition.
Microfocus. What did they do? What did they do? They double stroke of the cheek. I forget now. I don't remember. But they went bust. Ha 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 ha. Right. They were an interim company. Right. Leo Laporte, we know exactly what you're doing, son. We've just found out, too, that Leo Laporte is not only that guy, but it's the guy on the screen in the background.
For a long time, nobody was
Guy
doing
couldn't
this.
stay out.
That's right.
He couldn't handle himself. Being just one person on the screen, it wasn't enough for Laporte. He had to be on the TV in the background, too.
That's right. I mean, we were delivering the one audience these people wanted. They were all buying computer stuff every week.
Right. Do you remember some memorable demo fails? Besides the HP color printer
Demo fails.
laser bursting into flames, that's a pretty bad one.
Well, the Peter Norton one, of course.
Peter not being able to fix the computer. John taking apart a PS2 and not being able to put it.
Remember John taking apart that PS2? What a fucking asshole. Remember he couldn't fucking do that? We took him out back afterwards. We beat him with a belt. What's right is right. What's right is fucking right.
Back together. I gotta find that.
Well, early web stuff, of course, was always a nightmare because connections were so slow. So
Right.
we were always
We still have that problem.
Yeah, we were always crashing doing web demonstrations.
But you were smart. You didn't do it live. You did, but
Crazy.
were you able to edit it, or was it really live
it
to
was pretty
tape?
much live to tape.
So
we did almost no editing.
If it
we
fails,
would do a second take if there was a total disaster.
Right,
But there was virtually no post-production on the show. I mean, we used to produce field packages too. We would drop
Right.
in afterward.
Like we saw that one at
Yeah.
the early
Exactly.
Macworld Expo.
I mean, the class.
Macworld Expo. There was a classic. Chefé's going to tell us about that classic. I can't forget about John, though. Tried to take apart a PS2, shit his pants. So he took him out back and whipped him with his belt. What's done is done. Move on. Forget about it.
Classic problems we had, speech recognition shows that never worked.
They never do. They still don't.
MIDI music shows, they could never get those damn things working right. Virtual reality, that stuff never worked the first time around. So yeah, and we got the bleeding edge from cutting edge. We were up for disaster time. And the crew would say, we're doing a MIDI. Oh no, not another MIDI show. I'll be here at midnight before this thing works.
Remember those midnight mini shows? Remember those midnight mini shows you used to do? Yeah, somebody's got a tape of that. What you want us to do, Shafi? Only say the word, and I shall be healed.
Were there some things you just wouldn't do? Like,
was there something you wouldn't do, Shafi? I know there's something you wouldn't do, right? I know there's something about you, Shafi.
I mean, were there people? Well, obviously Michael Dell never came back. He was on once.
Well, he wasn't actually in the studio. I interviewed him in the remote package we had
Luke's
done.
National Run Day.
No,
Thank
I'd say
you
what
very
we
much.
wouldn't do is stuff that was too geeky or too businessy or too commercial.
Right.
I mean, we were representing the average guy who was walking in the computer store that weekend saying, I need this. You know, which one should I buy? There's 5 of them.
Right.
You know, what's going to solve my problem? How should I spend my money?
Here's John C. Dvorak.
Ray, we got some haircuts here. We got some hairstyles back in the day. These were forced upon the men who had them. They loved it because they knew they were going to be with Kiki afterwards. Every guy that went into the studio was forced to wear shit hair. Why? Because they had a son. And another thing, they knew they were going to be prancing around with Kiki Smackhouse, later Stockhammer, whatever her name is.
Pop it back
There
in
we
almost
go.
instantaneously.
Oh, Peter
and-
Burnett,
and the
David
machine will be
Bennell.
out.
Just a couple of geeks fiddling around with a couple of drives. What could go wrong?
David Bennell,
David,
great computer publisher, very famous.
Yeah, I think these machines are really nicely targeted. to
John's
large
clearly
corporations.
He doesn't know what the hell
he's
he's doing.
pretending at this point that this
That
is
guy doesn't know what he was doing. Look at that gold watch. He had that Rolex. These guys were dripping in greenbacks. And afterwards, they were going to be prancing around the same Studio 54 with Kiki Stockhammer taking stock of their lives. I'm not telling their wives. Look at this hairdo here. It's a classic situation. It's not a thatch. It's what's known in the biz as a sordid sweep. Look at the sweep. Starts here at the top of the crown, the forehead, the 5 head, and goes all the way down to Brighton Beach, all the way down to Canarsie. The L train.
exactly what he wanted.
Education and medium-sized companies. And that's not too clear yet.
What is your overall impression?
Where did that box come from?
With the rest of the machines that are out there now.
Well, people are saying that the IBM and pricing seems to be pretty high.
David, keep
but
on filling while John figures this out.
You start out with a high
I
pricing.
think John's trying to read the manual at this point.
We know that
It's
the
too late.
manufacturing costs of this
That
machine
is
are
hysterical.
about 40%
We did a show
less
on
than the
robots
traditional
once.
line of
It was very
PCs,
funny.
so
We did a show on robots once. That was hysterical.
What happened at some point, we formed a company called PCTV.
Right.
With the owners of PC Connection, Mac Connection.
That's right.
And that was kind of a lot of fun. We spent 4 or 5 years doing nothing.
You did a Mac show and a...
We spent 4 or 5 years doing nothing. Yeah, we know what you were doing, Shafi. We goddamn know right what you were doing. Because we have the 30-minute Kiki Stockhammer footage, raw, unedited. Let's have a look. We got that shit. We got Yuri Weinstein. How about Weinstein, Shafi? Because we have interviews from him. We have Stockhammer sucking her face off inside of a stock cube. Stock cube by what's the name of that chef who has the stock cubes? Marco Pierre White. We had Stockhammer blowing raspberries inside your LED ring light, Fontaine. Chaffee. You want to open up about that? You want to open up about Kiki Stockhammer and the massive golden ring? Kiki Stockhammer's Diamante ring. It's not even a real diamond. It's a Swarovski crystal. Okay, anyone can buy that shit. That's a fucking... That's Elizabeth Duke. See that ring she's wearing, Fontaine? That's August. She got that shit in August, Fontaine. Back to the Computer Chronicles. Back to the triangulation. Isn't it? Hey, isn't this some Stockhammer's cleavage? Stockhammer's cleavage, Fontaine. Isn't there something going on here, Chaffee? The fact that you're on a fucking show called The Triangulation with Leo Laporte.
Every Thursday night.
Every Thursday night, The Triangulation. Fucked up, Fontaine. A Chaffee. Thanks so much, Luke's Veg. Let's get to where we were there.
No value in old computer shows, really, but it's hard to let go because you put a lot of money into that and a lot of effort and
But
blood,
I mean,
sweat,
what
and tears.
actually, we learned a lot from that. It's the modern era of sort of the digital world. We found that giving things away has its own value.
Absolutely.
Because people discovered what we were doing.
Absolutely.
And the fact that it was there for free was the greatest marketing tool.
That's a lesson people have only now started to learn.
But we learned it when we did Chronicles.
Do you remember your first time on the internet? The first time you started doing shows about the internet?
Well, actually, the very first TV show ever streamed on the web was Computer Chronicles.
Wow.
And
That's
it's called The
bullshit.
M-Bone.
That's such bullshit. I don't even have to look at the files for that. Very first TV show that streamed on the web was Computer Chronicles. Please. Anybody out there who can verify that? Fuck. Such lies. You know for a fact that it wasn't that, right? You know it ain't like that. You want it to be one way, but it ain't that way. Marlo Stanfield.
Remember that?
The M-Bone.
Yes.
It was the multicast
Exactly.
backbone that you had to be in a research institution or a university.
Yes.
It was very complex.
But the guy who was running that out of Washington, I can't remember, Carl, I can't remember his name right now, out of Washington, D.C., called me and said, hey, could we experiment and try to...
Carl, I don't know his name. Carl. Yeah, you don't know his name, Chaffee, because that guy doesn't exist. Carl does not exist.
Put your TV show on our M-Bone thing. I said,
Wow.
sure, let's do it. So that was actually the first time we actually did that. And that was, I mean, nobody watched it, but the principle that you actually feed
Oh, nobody watched it, right? So that means we won't find it. If we go looking for it, Chaffee, you got a son, and you don't even have a show. It never happened, Chaffee.
a piece of video.
Unbelievable. It was as I remember, kind of a peer-to-peer system where
Yes.
you would pass it, you would get it, you would pass it along.
An early peer-to-peer.
Yeah, and because of that, they could put pretty high quality
And we actually,
content on the
with
slow internet.
believe it or not, way back when the first year of the Net Cafe show, we actually had the first concert online on the web with a group called Severe Tire Damage, which
Severe tire damage. That's cute. That's really cute. The fuck is Stockhammer, Chaffee? And where the hell's your goddamn son?
There's a bunch of geeks in the valley who had a rock band.
The bunch of geeks in the valley, a rock band. What was that, Warp 11? Kiki Stockhammer's Star Trek Quintet.
I love it. That doesn't change either. They're still playing.
They were
these-
actually
these
the
Rolling
warm-up
Around
act for a
geeks.
Rolling Stones online concert.
Wow. Well, and that was the big breakthrough, was
Right,
the Rolling
exactly.
Stones on M-Bone.
Exactly,
I think opened a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah.
We've gone well beyond that in terms
Right,
of audience
right.
size, but that was a huge breakthrough. I remember very well. And I think Mick Jagger's saying, well, hello to all the people on the internet.
Right, exactly.
Absolutely disgusting. Can't believe you just did that. I need to rewind just to hear you do that again. That's made me sick. Absolutely sickening.
Huge breakthrough.
Mick Jagger impression coming up. Listen to this Mick Jagger impression, Fontaine, and tell me the devil doesn't exist.
I remember very well. I think Mick Jagger's saying, well, hello to all the people on the internet.
Right, exactly.
Terrible stuff. Buoyed by Stuart Chaffee saying, right, yeah, I remember that.
Do you remember the first shows that you did about the internet? And what was your sense when you were looking at it? It must have been 94,
first of all,
95.
It was so slow.
Hard to
I
use.
mean, the first show we did, internet-like, was on CompuServe.
CompuServe,
That was the first thing.
Sure.
And you could literally watch the letters form on the screen. You were like 300 baud modem or something.
Yep.
So, I mean, it was very, very impractical, but it was exciting. It reminds me of...
Still exciting.
The first time I got on CompuServe reminded me of the first time I went scuba diving. I mean, it was like an entire world out there.
Remember that? Remember when we used to go scuba diving?
That's a very
Chaffee?
good...
Me and you. You used to bring your keyboard along to the seabed. I used to be typing shit out. Type. Say, Chaffee, we're down the bottom of the ocean, you mook. Why'd you bring a keyboard? There ain't even anywhere to plug that shit into. You didn't give a fuck. You just plugged that into the sand. Started typing stuff. Email addresses. That son of a bitch, Fennick from the BB Company or something. Yeah, we got the information from the fucking RIM. You showed that up on the screen, man. You doxed your contact, RIM. Remember that guy? Know all about you, Chaffee.
What is this web thing?
Web?
Yeah.
What is that?
What does that stand for?
What's a link?
It was pretty
It was, you know, now we take it so for granted. I think that's one of the values of going back, and I hope people will do this and looking at these shows. We take it so for granted, and it's so much part of our
Well, you
life.
see the quality of what we can do now. I mean, it was unimaginable in the early days of the web that you could
Yeah.
watch movies in HD quality.
Right.
on the
Real
internet.
audio was a breakthrough,
Whoa. Yes,
right?
exactly.
Look at this. Here's the show, and this is the one I linked to on my when I posted that you were going to be on the show. I linked to this. This was a show you did in '95.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
Here's the show, and this is the one I linked to on my when I posted that you were going to be on the show. I linked to this. This was a show you did in '95.
Today we'll show you the growing power of the internet.
Is this Net Cafe?
Of the
No,
this is Chronicles, but this was shot at a cyber cafe in San
Cyber
Francisco.
Cafe.
That's what it was called then.
Yeah. And you updated the
This
graphics.
is sort of second or third generation open by now.
Boy, I have vivid memories of this. Let's see what he says.
We got the commercials first.
Good.
One moment, fun.
HP, let's give him a
We'll
plug.
sign up. We're gonna
HP
head
was
off.
very,
I'll be
very
back in one moment.
They
Say
started
goodbye.
Silicon Valley, Dave Hewlett and Dave
That
Packard and
was a great company.
yeah, and the Garage and
Additional funding provided by Intel.
of course that's where Woz worked. He got the parts for the first
Yep.
Apple One. So
And by Progress Software, client-server development tools for enterprise-class information systems.
Of course, one of the side benefits of doing the show is I have an entire house full of old computers.
do you still?
I do still. I don't know what to do with them.
we copied. You know, I was trying to figure out how do you show people. This John Markoff,
Yeah, there's
who's
Markoff, right.
one of the great writers about
Yeah.
technology, still works for the New York Times. How do you show two people talking about a computer and a computer on television without having them backs to you, without having them the back of the computer to you?
Every couple of years, we got a better and better way of doing that. Actually, the last couple of years, we had the best system.
Very challenging.
We had flat screen monitors now. We turned them around so we
Yeah.
can look toward the camera and look at the monitor.
It got
at the same
easier.
time.
It got
did
easier.
yeah.
But-
and the way of showing the screen got a lot easier too. We used to point a camera at a screen.
That's what we did on the
and you'd have the
screensavers.
rolling bar and all that stuff.
Well, this
right.
is so much easier now. We just pull it up on our switcher, and
Yeah,
there
I mean,
it is.
That whole world changed completely.
Yeah.
And for a while, we could get a direct view from the computer, but we couldn't zoom in.
Right.
So we were looking
You had to
at
buy
these
a very
big
expensive
screens, and nobody could
device.
see anything on the screen.
But we copied this format on the
we
screen.
evolved
This is
after
very
a while.
similar.
Sorry, it's gone on
to
too
what we
long
did
now.
in,
This has gone on
1998.
far too long. This Stuart Chaffee buzz. The whole Kiki Stockhammer thing, it's too much. And I actually need to head off as well. I'm sorry about the way it's gone on too far. It was meant to be a night of just having the crack. Windows 98, we were meant to look at that. Just never materialized. Never materialized. And we have the start menu, we have programs, 7-zip, accessories, Microsoft Paint. Do you know? Wanted to do some paint. You know, we could have done some of this. This is what I wanted to do. Might do some of this tomorrow. Maybe we can draw a bit of stock hammer there. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. She's unbelievable cheekbone structure. Fuck. Ah, fuck. And we get a bit of a boob there. That's that. That's the best I could do. There was no space left for any more stock hammer there. Look, it's been an incredible night. We didn't get to grips with Windows 98. We didn't achieve any of the outcomes which we set out to achieve. It's been a big waste of time. All we do know is that we found out about stock hammer, and we really haven't plumbed the depths of how far that shit goes. But good night, God bless. You've been amazing. I've been Francis Higgins. It's been a bit of Fontaine as well. See you later, lads. Stock hammer.